All right, everybody. Tonight is the night, the Ringo Awards 2023. If you don't know what that means, it's the comic book Ringo Awards. Why is that so important? Why is it so important? Well, Justin Birch, he's there. He's sitting in Baltimore right now with a plate full of chicken and crab cakes and some cheesecake, sitting there hanging out. Look at that. Look, a little green and gold pamphlet there at the top, and check it out. Look, they even got they even got the glasses with the logo etched on it. So he's nominated. We're gonna live stream it whilst it's happening. So let me go ahead and get that up. We're not sure of the exact start time yet. It's coming. They're chowing down. The live stream for Baltimore Comic Con has started, right? We're just waiting for him to kick it off. So, and yes, Alan, it will last longer than a minute, maybe. We'll see. Basically, my plan: go up until Justin Birch's is the winner, close down the stream. In the meantime, what do you guys want to chat about? Anything fun? I did do a show last night with Dustin on a certain wrestling focused channel and whoop some tail. You look so jumpy, Dustin. Now it's better.
Do I?
Yeah, you did. Now you don't. Now it's clearly you.
That's right. Tag champions right here.
Ooh. So, yeah, you already know Uncle Baby Billy destroyed. How much do I have left on the FF run? Dude, I finally finished all the silo. So, wool, dust. Sorry, wool, shift, dust. All of those are done. So now I can start reading comic books again. Not much, though. Not much. Not a ton. Like I said, like if I were to really buckle down for 10 days, it'd be done. Dustin, they are live, right? Just waiting for them to actually start.
10-4. Well, cheers to our boy Justin Birch and a buddy of ours of the channel for a long time, Brian Silverbacks. We hope to see those guys win.
I said I wasn't going to drink beer, but whatever.
Drinking from the skull of Tony Sanders.
You sure it's not who dat? Wore him out, son. Anyways, no. I'm just drinking a great all American Japanese beer right here. It's phenomenal. It actually has nothing to do with all with America. But,
Okay. Ain't that
there's not
special?
much going for American beer right now. So it's like, this is what it is.
I just have a single normal size can of twisted tea here, and then that's all for me.
What is it, Alan? I need to know, like, if I'm about to have to budget more.
For what?
It's a nice Marvel hardback of Haven that come out next week.
Okay.
I don't know.
Dude, I won my first ever Heritage auction this week.
There you go. What'd you get?
Mortal Kombat original art.
From who?
I won it on Heritage.
No, I'm saying who was the artist?
Oh, I forget the artist. It's from the Goro Prince of Pain series in the 90s, which was a tie-in for the first Mortal Kombat series. So it was just one of the pages out of the first book, I think. So
what up, Ramey?
Got a really good deal on it.
Oh, what up, Warlord?
There's the timer. I got to go flip JP Collects comic real quick in the press. Let me go do that.
All right. Well, I'm going to sit here. So, guys, if you don't know what the Ringo Awards are, right? So this is what the Ringo Awards. It's basically a pro and comic book awards. America's greatest comic book convention. Well, that's neither here nor there. Basically, it starts off with, from my understanding, fans voting. I vote like crazy on it. You can vote for your favorite pros, and then it goes into pro voting after fan nominations. Or maybe it's you have to add yourself. We'll see. So, but here's kind of what it looks like. Best cartoonist: Kate Beaton, Wes Craig, Alexis, Jenny Snail Lord, Stan Sakai, Zoe Thorogood. Only person I knew is Stan. Best writer. Only familiar with Ed, Scott, and Brian. Ed should probably win that because, well, Ed is the best. Okay. Best artist or penciler. No clue who any of these folks are. Let's go over here to the best series. Okay. Fractured Charge, Parker Girl, Saga, Something's Killing the Children, season of Bruja. Literally only heard of two of those. Saga and Something's Killing the Children. It does make you wonder though how some of these actually get, because it's like some of these may sell all of 2 copies of something, and maybe that's not indicative of if it's good or not, but generally things that are great do sell really well. Like Something's Killing the Children started off kind of under the radar and then just exploded. And of course, Saga. Although I don't know, I haven't been too much of a fan of kind of what it's picked back up as. The first bit of stuff I was really enjoying. Best single issue or story. The one that does not deserve to win is Punisher #1. Lame. How are you guys going to get rid of everything cool about the Punisher? Other than that,
I kind of wonder how Something's Killing the Children's on there because it hasn't really been like.
remember this was like the full last year, I think. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's been once they took that break, and when they came back from that break, I mean,
same thing with Saga.
It fell
I
off
mean,
with everybody. I mean,
I don't hear anybody talking about Saga.
yeah, I mean, I was talking to my LCS owner recently, and he said after Something's Killing Children came back from that break, he said that the pulls for it was like cut by 75%.
All right, here it goes.
Comic-Con. This is the 2023.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Dustin. I've heard a lot of things, and there's a lot of shenanigans happen with
Cartoonist Sarah Anderson.
what do you call it? X-Men 2.
Yeah.
Michael Bendis.
B. Ramey, what's going on, dude?
What's up, Shop for Comics?
What's up, Shop? You getting B. Ramey's books? I got them ready to ship. I just got to get them
Yeah.
logged in on CGC and get them shipped out. But got a couple books done for him.
Well, are these aren't? Are these presenters or these the panels? Maybe I missed it.
Valiant Entertainment, ex-senior sales manager.
Hey, that's John Petrie.
You know who that is?
No, I just saw his name there.
Oh.
Writer and keynote speaker Mark Wade.
Oh, keynote. We get a keynote.
Yep,
I thought
we saw
people didn't like Mark Wade.
We know Snyder and Mark Wade.
Maybe those are the presenters. This is pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them, because I watched the one last year and it looked like crap. Well,
Could we have
say
gotten in with Justin if we went?
Nah, no way.
Oh, okay. He only gets to bring his wife.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. I'm not gonna be his.
hold on.
Annual Mike Ringo Comic Book Industry Awards. Ceremony is being live
He
streamed.
wants me to
and we
help
will
him out at
have
Heroes
some
this coming year. That I
nominees
want his
presented
wife's ticket to the Ringos
best
next year.
physically participating virtually.
They already need a new production company. They missed their cue and have messed it up already.
Nominations per category was 7 for Best Cartoonist.
How do we get to show up and be the production company for this?
Was 8 for both Best Kids Comic or Graphic Novel and Best Humor.
You know, I'm proud of this guy. Who is he? I don't know who he is, but I'm proud he's keeping his hair. Like, look, that's me. I'm holding on to my hair until it just won't let me anymore. You know what I mean?
Those are pretty small numbers against the rest of the comics publishing landscape. From the big two and book publishers.
I mean, his hairline's like back here, and I'm like, okay, that's it's faded for me.
So are we gonna have like? Is this like MTV Music Awards in the '90s? Are we gonna get some like really cool like? What do you call them? Performances, in between presentations and stuff. Like,
I have no clue.
Get Zack Snyder up to just get Snyder up there to tell us a story and bring some of the artists up there and have them draw some shit for us. And
I have no clue. Who are they bringing up? It's not Justin, so we don't care. Oh, Brian Silverbacks is there too.
Yeah. Yep, I texted him earlier.
He
love to
said
see
it was
Brian
not
win.
going well.
I think
Thank you to the
Brian
publishers, creators,
uh,
and fans who took part
in
the
that category, I
nomination
think
process,
he's far and
posting,
above
printing, tweeting,
Who's he in the
everyone
category
else.
with? Let me
Best
see.
cover artist.
rallying your fans and peers to
Um,
submit a ballot.
Wiley Beckett,
Thank you to
Jason
everyone
Murr,
as well
Greg
for voting
Smallwood,
your final
J.H. Williams.
final
No
ballot
clue who any of those
and
folks
for
are
voting
except
in
for
it
Brian.
if you were eligible.
Brian's
Thank
work
you to
is
people not eligible
way
who
nicer,
might
in
not
my
be able to see the
opinion.
final outcome.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
like his style.
I think it's
Uh,
so
but yes,
shitty
fantastic
how
participation
Stan
already,
Sakai's in
and
the
awards
lettering
winners
group
receiving their
when
awards
he.
shortly. As always, I
Your
need to
mic's gone.
pause to recognize everyone who made this evening what it is.
Gone.
Thank you to Joe Carabeo and Stray
Now?
Productions.
Yeah,
for
there you
the
go.
introductory
What
Okay,
about
I'm gonna
Stan
go-
Sky?
He's in the lettering
staff
category and only does
members,
one
John
book a
Gallagher
year.
for the program and presentation.
Like a single issue?
Conley for the
No,
graphics and
it's just
website
Oh.
Usagi Yojimbo, and he's
Josh
probably
Paul
gonna
for
win
visual
because that's how they
awards,
do it.
David Jeffrey for sponsorship
He
and
just
banquet
gets
series
thrown in it
rotations,
just because of who he is.
Matt Merrick for the
Yeah, that is
nomination polling
shitty.
and live tweeting,
Hey, I'm not shaving nothing. Get out of here, Alan.
and Bruce Guthrie and John Maluski, our photogs. If you've been here before and you leave the stage,
So is this guy like a librarian or who is he? Randy, what's his name?
Bruce, wait, hello, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
See, they should have on the.
Closer. I've lost my place.
Oof.
I
Oof.
just ask that you please
Oof.
enter from
I don't
my
think
right, your
Justin
left,
cares anymore if he
and
wins or
execute
not. I mean, I
your
saw the size of those damn pieces of
right,
cheesecake
my
on the
left.
table.
That's what
all
I
he
said.
cares about.
I was like,
We want to
you and that dude had a massive ass salad in front of him. Why are you not just eating the cheesecake?
Our 2023 jury, Troy Jeffrey Allen.
Well,
Richard
he is
Pace,
40 now, so
Amy Chu,
Yeah, he will.
Abby
He is
Denson,
basically
and John
40.
Petrie. Perennial jurors Todd DeZago, Craig Russo.
Yeah,
Mark
dude, if
Wade,
it,
and
like-
Matt Ringo, who could not be with us tonight. Jurors
he better say hey
representing
to us when he
just shy of
wins.
70 publishers of all sizes,
He better say, "Hey, guys."
to very large publishers.
Maybe we could just get him to throw a thumbs up at us.
Participation and interest continues to
Text
I
him and
wonder if
just-
he's watching at the table.
That would be funny. I doubt it. 'Cause
Justin,
he's
drop
right
us a
there.
comment if you're watching at the table.
Text him and tell him just to like double wink it at us if he wins.
Thank you to
Oh,
our
he's gotta show the
our presenters,
finger
Sarah
guns,
Anderson
bro.
and Scott Snyder.
Oh yeah. Tell him to finger gun it.
Brian Michael Bendis and Patrick McDonald, Abby Denson and Amy Chu, and Katie Cook, and Dan Furgel.
This guy looks so nervous. Why are you nervous, dude? It's not that
I
serious.
wasn't pausing on the pronunciation of his name. I was pausing at the and.
Ooh, he had
I've actually
some
got that
really
one down.
good-looking chicken. Well, it looks a little
This evening
pink,
wouldn't
but
be the same without our sponsors, Baltimore Comic Con and Cards Comics and
looks like some
Collectibles,
lemon
as well
squares.
as
We need to figure out how to be
World,
sponsors.
Big Lick Comic Con, Boom Studios.
guys, check out.
Comics Wellspring.
This is how you know Justin's taking it
Gem City
seriously, guys.
Comic-Con, Jeppy
I've
Family
never seen him wear
Entertainment,
anything except
Hank's
Old Man
Auctions,
Brooks shoes.
Hard Rock
My man
Cafe,
went out and bought
Image Comics,
purple
Mad
J's.
Cave
All right,
Studios,
he went out.
Modern
Well, they're not
Fanatic,
J's, but he went and got him some
Pony
dunks.
Press,
All right,
Prana
Justin went out and
Direct
got him
Market
some black,
Solutions, and
black,
Rocket
white, and
Ship
purple
Entertainment,
dunks. I don't know what
as
the
well
shirt
as
he's
our
wearing is,
gift
but
bag sponsors,
I'm
Away
sure it's a
from the
letterer
Road,
shirt.
Abrams
Yeah.
Books, Aftershock Comics, Ahoy Comics, AWA Studios, Bad Egg Publishing,
Ahoy Comics, that's Justin.
Comics to Movies,
Well,
Dark Horse
I think.
Comics,
Does he?
Select
Well,
Toys,
I guess
Image
technically. I
Comics,
don't know how much
Mad
work he
Cave
actually does for
Studios,
those guys since
Pony
Darren's
Press,
kind of
Rocket
involved.
Ship Entertainment, Scholastic Graphics, Source Point Press, and Webtoons.
Ooh, I think Source Point
That's
owes a lot of people money.
swag I'm looking forward to reading.
They probably shouldn't be sponsoring events if
Okay,
they owe people
on with the
money.
show and our keynote speech. We open the show with an industry titan, perennial juror, and our pal, Mark Wade.
I guess we should probably stop texting Justin. He's probably trying to enjoy the moment.
Right. Oh, Nick, you should look at this post that that Ryan just sent us on Instagram. That's actually a pretty sweet deal.
As I was saying,
That's actually a really good deal.
oh great, there's no light here at all.
I know you don't want to spend this kind of money, but that's a freaking deal right there. I bet it's already gone.
Yeah, yeah, you stand there.
Sale
do that.
pending.
Right here? Awesome.
All you can do,
I already tried.
like if you legit thought that was a deal and wanted it, you could just put claim in the comments, and the pending sale is completely null and void.
Yeah.
That's a good deal, dude.
Yeah, but I already got the one.
Yeah, but I mean, you buy the other two, you sell the one for
So when I was
$300
asked
or
for one of
something
the
like
keynote
that, and
speakers
then
this night's
like
ceremony
you got a
for the
smashing
second
deal on
time,
the other two. I
the
mean, that
very,
gives you
very
basically
brave
your
Mark
48
Wayne,
for 500 or less, like you wanted.
I admit I flailed around for a
I
couple
sold
of
my
months,
49
concentrated
2.5
really
6
hard
months
on
ago
what I
for
wanted to say and
$550.
say what I want to say, and then I realized what I needed to be thinking about was what
Look at the
people
back
would
of that
want
one.
to
It's got
hear.
Sharpie on it. I don't like that.
I think I landed on something. You'll let me
You're
know.
never gonna see it.
I don't care. I know
In
it's
the first scene of the
there.
movie, there's a line of dialogue from
Told you,
Harry
dude.
White.
Writing is just not
He's
my.
a
I think
lawyer
it's on all of
who's
them. Yeah,
Phillips
all of them
had
have
his
something written on the
newspaper
back.
career,
F
and he
that.
says,
No, they
I've
don't.
been in this
Oh,
business
well,
30
I mean-
years, man and boy. When I was 16,
I don't
Well,
know.
30 years
what do you
sounded
call
like
it?
an
40,
eternity.
48 doesn't, but
It's not. It's really not.
I thought people didn't like Mark Wade anymore.
Next year,
I
will
would
be in
grab that
comics
just
for
so you can
40
have your
years.
48. You
Hold
sell
for
the other
applause.
two, and probably you can move the other two for like
Really? That's the
500.
best you can do?
I ain't worried about it.
Thank you.
He's not serious
And because
about
my
getting a
odometer
48,
just
guys.
keeps rolling over, there's this question that I'm asked more and more often. And it's not from fans. Their question is always, how do you break into comics? And that's a whole nother speech. I'm asked by creators younger than me who just broke in and are willing to work for
So
minimum
that
wages.
lamp right there on the
Gee, Mr.
stand is not
Wade, you
working for him
started
to
before
turn
I
on.
was
Instead, he has to
born.
use his phone.
How do you stay in comics? This is the advice I give. How do you stay in comics? Well, first, be willing to work for criminal wages. That's one. But seriously, first, don't limit your knowledge to any one craft. Comics is a collaborative medium, and it behooves you to know as much as you can about every aspect of this business. I mean, find your lane, that's fine, but it's a big highway and everybody's moving in the same direction.
That
so
lamp
it's
does
okay
look
to
like it's
check
from
out,
like
where everybody else is
early
going. It's fine.
1980s.
Like an example, when I was an editor at DC, I really had no aspirations of being a writer. I was an editor and I was happy being an editor there, but I was working primarily on their anthology books, so I got a lot of scripts across my desk.
You know,
I got
he's
scripts
holding
every
on
day
his
from
hair
Pete
too.
Giffen
All
and
4 of
Grant
them.
Morrison and John Ostrander and Denny O'Neil.
These guys are
and
my
Jim
heroes.
Wells, all the great writers working at the time. And I learned more about writing from reading those scripts in 2 years than I could have in 10 years on my own. I leveled up by intentionally broadening my horizons. Along those same lines, I have since made a point of trying my hand at absolutely everything. I've drawn a couple of small things.
Sounds like me.
Nothing to speak of, but still, I've done a little inking. I've learned enough about Photoshop and Illustrator to at least know how to letter and color stuff, not professionally, but
I know
that's
enough
not the
about
point.
enough things that I could build
The
the
point
most.
was to learn more enough to see, learn enough to see a bigger picture. And to
What's the
understand
word I'm
what it
looking
is
for?
I, as a writer, am asking of my collaborators.
Eclectic
I
empire.
even owned a comic shop for a couple of years because I wanted to get a look into that end of the business. I'm not going to recommend you own a comic shop because it is much easier and more direct to soak that money in gasoline and set it on fire.
That's kind of a shitty thing to say.
But I do
What is it?
recommend.
He said I wouldn't
widening
recommend
your
owning
horizons. I
a,
do
owning a
recommend
comic
people
shop
trying
because
your hand
it's
at
much
every
easier to just
aspect
take
of
your
the
money and soak it on
business, because it will
soak in
make you a
gasoline instead
better
on fire.
collaborator. If you've
Like,
not
aren't you
written,
guys
hit
the people
keyboard.
making the
If you've
comic
not
books and
drawn,
setting the
twist the wheel,
prices and
create
the quality?
tab
And
tabs, and they've got
if
a million
maybe they were
online
all,
tutorials
you know,
for
I
you to
think
play
him
around with,
specifically, he
or
said
old school
editor
with a
DC.
pencil, but
I don't know.
the
I
point is, step
think that was
outside
kind of
your
an
comfort zone
insensitive,
and learn.
shitty thing to say.
And from that learning, you will
Absolutely
find
agreed.
inspiration.
But that's neither here nor
As
there.
for advice, as humans, we're all going to be more generous or less generous with our time, depending upon what's being thrown at us at the moment. But there's not a pro in this room who wouldn't be willing to take a few minutes to talk to somebody younger who really wants to learn. I mean, not me. Like, leave me out of this, because once I'm done talking, that well is dry tonight. Ask Walt.
I don't like his sense of humor. Is that bad? Probably
Never,
not.
ever stop honing your craft. Never get complacent. Good enough is not good enough because thanks to digital platforms, thousands and thousands of comics are easily available every day to our readers. Now, so that means on every Wednesday, you're not just competing with the books that came out that day, you're competing with everything that Jim Lee or Frank Miller or Alan Moore ever did. There's always room for improvement. You remember that scene in
Thank you,
Sam
Alan.
Raimi's
What's up, Kenneth?
movie when these kids are on this impossibly long railroad bridge, they're in the middle, and suddenly in the distance they hear the train coming, and now they're hauling ass down the bridge, trying desperately to dive off of it before the train can run them over?
Can you please get to the
You
awards,
should feel a
buddy?
little bit like
I
that
know.
every day.
Come on.
Because if you don't, and I'm serious, you will never get better at this. Don't get complacent because your fortunes, they will rise and fall. Protect your work. You'll get notes.
Fortunes.
I get notes. You got notes. First caveman who ever put shadow animals on the cave wall got notes. Don't take them personally. If a publisher is handing you a check, it is not unreasonable to be asked to make adjustments. If you're lucky, you're working with a professional editor and some publishers who know how to produce a good comic and how to convey what they're looking for and know how to make your work better.
As long as your name's not
Always
Nick
be
Lowe
unfortunate.
or Akira
Trust
Yoshida,
me, sometimes you will also get double
anybody on the
notes
Marvel editing
or
team
notes for notes.
specifically
That's where
involved
you
with
gotta make some
Spider-Man.
choices. But listen to me.
Because then you end up with
Those notes are
lines
bad,
like,
and you
"Oh,
can
Peter
articulate
Parker, I
reasons
feel like you're
why
more my
you're
brother. I
wrong
love you
or
like a
not.
brother.
It's okay
Not
to
that we haven't
push
been
back.
married
Be
and
gently,
been
don't take
smashing for the
advice,
last
even
40
if you have
years
the
up until
right.
5 seconds ago,
It's
but now
easy
we're
in
just
this
brother
industry to get
sister love.
reputation as a loudmouth.
Yeah, that's not weird at all.
You freaks."
Doesn't mean you're going to get your
Or have
way.
Wolverine
You won't always be
That'll be
right.
the next thing
But
that
be willing to compromise in the face of a
that they want to
solution.
try to make
Be willing to lose
okay
sometimes 'cause you're
and
gonna learn more
acceptable.
about things than you win
It's
all
not
the time.
weird if you bang your brother and
Protect
sister.
the
That's
work
totally
because down the
okay.
road,
Equal
as
rights
prospective
for
publishers or
sibling
somebody
marriage.
looking over the work that you're doing today, no one's going to care.
I think the
This
term you're
story
looking for is
sucks because
incest.
your editor demanded that you put a robot
No, you
dog in
can't
the
call it that.
story,
That's insensitive
or
and
that
hurtful
you
now.
erase all your backgrounds, or that you color everything in shades of brown or whatever. All they're going to judge are the pages they see in front of them, which have your name on them. Don't do work that you don't want your name on, even if you strike out, and we all do.
Hey, I live my life by
Always
that
swing for the
creed.
fences and do
That
not
creed.
settle for a career of solid doubles.
Speaking of
Good enough
creed,
body of mediocre
wait till you
work
guys see
will
my
follow
credo.
you
That's
around
my
forever.
credo. You know what I'm saying? Scotty
Be
P.
flexible. not
It's scheduled
arrogant,
for tomorrow.
arrogant, don't have an ego.
I saw that. I was
Don't
like,
ever
oh
be
shit.
a reasonable
It took
or
way too
uninvolved
long
party would
to do
define as
that.
difficult.
My name's Scotty P. You know what I'm
Stand up for
saying?
your work above all else. And whenever push comes to shove, as it may, never let anything get
Well,
in
I'm
the way
alive
of
and I
you
speak
doing your
English, so
very
yeah, I know what
best
you're saying.
every time. In the long run, the quality of your work is
I
a
do love
quality
Creed.
that matters. It is your own
Creed's a
unique
great-
I do.
resume.
What's up, Ryan? I tried to tell Nick to buy that
Protect your
set
dignity.
of books you just sent over, dude. That was a
I mean, it was a
fun
good
read.
set, but it's fine, man. Even if I was,
He's just not that interested in buying comic books like he says he is.
yeah, because I haven't bought two in the last month.
Don't ever let
Just two.
anyone tell you that bullying is
One of
Spent a
which was on
total-
that list.
and you spent a total of what, like
or that it's part
probably
of your
$200?
learning curve or breaking in
Maybe,
process.
probably a
This
little
is a
more.
business.
Yeah, it is a little
You
more.
have every right to be treated
No, I didn't like the
professionally.
Sharpie on the back of two of them though. That was shit.
Oh, that's like I said, take that deal to get your 48 and sell the other two. Now you got your 48 for $500, like you said you would do.
However,
You know what? I got plenty
not
of time.
everyone
You still
who is
should have
cutting
bought that
checks is
4.0
a
I told you to
professional
buy.
and knows this. So
That
if
was
you-
just a stupid deal.
If you never listen to another word I say, and I talk a lot,
Clearly.
I want
Yes,
your
you
takeaway to be
do,
wondering this.
Bud Rowe.
We teach people how to treat us. You can be confident and show integrity without being argumentative. It's easier to do when you've got a gig than when you don't. I get it. It's terrifying to look at a dwindling bank account or not know where the next gig is coming from. We've all been there. I was there just like everybody else. But eventually I learned
I live there.
that unless it's running from a bear, no good decision gets made primarily out of fear. Try to do it without causing a scene, but you can always walk away from a toxic situation if you have the drive and the talent.
Okay, I'm no longer
There
taking
are still
anything he says
places in
seriously.
comics to do work for
I
hire
am.
without
I
being compensated,
absolutely hate this
and there are still
overusing
opportunities
of
to
this
do
word
creative own
toxic.
work.
I was gonna say everything's
I
toxic.
could give a
Faithful
shit
paying
about that
audience
anyway
and
at this
friends
point.
on
I
the
just
internet.
any people
It's hard work, it is
if
long
you're
work.
using the word
If you're
toxic to describe a
happy,
situation or a
you'll do better
person,
work, and that will
I
be
just
the
I
work
can't
you'll
have a
want to be
conversation with you
remembered
when you're talking like that.
Toxic used to mean like the Pokemon move.
Right. Now it's just
Hit
used to
your
describe
deadlines.
someone who you don't like how
Move
they act or
heaven
talk.
and earth, not so
Speaking
that
of
the next
Pokemon, Ellie
collaborator
is
in the
21
chain go
episodes
without
deep.
work.
Right on.
Life
She is
happens,
loving
however,
it. I asked her, I said,
you know,
"Who's your
things
favorite?"
happen, so call
Pikachu,
your editor
because
as soon
she's
as
so.
they do not
She
hide.
goes, "He's so cute," and goes, "Pikachu."
If you were ever back into a
She's
career
loving the heck out of it.
where your only
Her and
choices
Hagen will
are
have a hell of
the
a fun time
deadline
talking about that.
or turn in
I,
substandard work,
Yeah,
I-
see, Toxic Avenger. There you go. That is a
There we go.
proper usage of the word.
That another day or two are gonna make the
I let her watch
difference between
Thundercats
good
last
and
weekend. She
wow.
got about 6 episodes. It was so
Oh,
she loved it. She was so
Guys
concerned
at
about the very
BC, we
beginning.
stand around
The old
eagerly
man
to watch
dies
the
and
script
disappears, and she goes,
pages
"Where's the
become
old
a
guy?"
roll off the fax machine.
But she
Then
got
just
3
back
episodes in. I
into
said,
one
"So Ellie,
page.
what do you like better?"
Lion-O.
But you know what?
I said, "What do you like better,
No programmers
Pokemon
today
or
let the script came
Thundercats?"
in a page at a
She
time.
goes,
What they'll
"Thundercats."
remember
I was
is
like,
how good
"Oh,
David
okay."
was at writing San
And
Diego.
now she's totally like Thundercats got a little too scary for her.
Hmm.
But Pokemon
Hey,
uses some bad language, by the way.
Please have fun.
She goes, "Daddy, what is
Again,
stupid?"
in my
I'm
editorial
like,
days, I
oh
was
my
a
God, the
faithful
stuff that
reader
you
of
say in front of your
the
kid,
series that I won't name,
the
shows that
the
are
literal,
terrible.
the literally
So I
nonstop
kinda dug it
talk
nonetheless,
about
so I went to my boss,
eating
Mr.
poop and
Giordano,
throwing
no, no,
poop
no.
and all that.
She
That
Poophead
you
is not a
have
bad
heard.
word.
This comic is like
Okay,
Blimp
but
is
Poophead's not a
stupid.
bad word.
bad.
Neither is stupid.
What is
Then
it about
I don't want to hear
Stupid's a
that.
bad word. We don't tell people they're
And Dick
stupid.
didn't hesitate. He said in a
Well, see,
segment,
that's the
Dumb
problem with
fucks.
our country
"Write
right
it,
now,
write it for
No,
free."
you didn't hear what I
and
just
the
said?
rest of the
I
world.
never forgot
4-year-olds
that.
don't need to be running around
I'm
telling
not
people they're
saying do
stupid
shoot
right
work
now.
for free.
If they can recognize
The point
stupidity, they
is,
should
if
definitely
you're
let people
bored at
know.
the keyboard or at the
There's a
drawing,
way
or at
to
the
go about
computer,
those
if you're
things.
on
I also don't want her
Inspire,
kicked out of her
There
private
is,
school for
by
telling people
saying,
they're
"Hey,
stupid.
read
you're
and
stupid."
tell that.
Mm.
On the other hand, if you're excited about
Dude,
your
her
work,
private school
excitement
payment went
just
up
bursting
in
off the
August.
page,
That
that
sucks.
is
That's
the
stupid.
surefire way to keep a reader reading,
Well.
and that is a win-win.
Just did cost
And
of
if you wanna
living.
see
Oh, they
more
also brought in
basketball
security
action,
guards.
that brings us to the
So that was
hero
probably a big piece of
in
it.
this room tonight.
Well, that's
We come
totally
here
cool
every
then. I
year
mean,
to honor
Yeah,
a
I
hero
wasn't
who had a
upset by
career
that piece of
not
it, but I was
just
like,
because
damn,
he was
that's
a
a
stellar
lot of money
artist,
now.
I
but because
wouldn't
he
mind
took
paying
immense joy in his craft and his
towards my
work
kids'
shown.
schooling if they were going to have armed security on site.
Michael Ringo,
Mhm.
who's been a collaborator,
Yeah,
loved
they
the
put out a
comics.
thing like
New ones,
as soon as that
old
shooting
ones,
happened in Nashville that
even after he was
they still have not
comic
released
famous,
anything
still
about
go
because
up
they're
bar
protecting
artist
whatever
anyway
the issue
and
is
pick up self-published
because they're a
stuff,
bunch of
sometimes
crooks.
just for support, sometimes it just caught his
Um,
eye, but I mean, he
But
loved
whenever
it.
that freak went in there and
Comics
shot
is
all
not
those
just a
kids in
read,
that
have fun.
church,
Or
it was a
whatever word
private
it
or
is.
a sister school to
They're
that
gonna
of
call
Ellie's.
and
Say
apologize
sister,
to
like really
Haslam
relative.
Where, the
40
one in
black
Tennessee?
baseball
Yeah,
stadium,
Nashville.
or
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as that happened,
giant
the next day they
library that
sent out a
stretches
thing
into
asking like, okay,
infinity.
we had
Or
5 families,
Panel
because
One, a
again,
man
there's some
taking
pretty
an
wealthy people
army
that go
armed
there,
with ray
but
guns
5
storming up
families,
the hill
stepped up to
on
pay for
horses.
security for the rest of the year for everybody. They're like, next year,
And I would
we're going to send out a
apologize, and I
survey.
went
Would
through
you
the
guys
same
want to,
thing
pay
every
for that?
time.
Would
He
you guys want a
laughed,
one-time
and
fee,
he
split
said,
up the
"I've never
tuition,
gone
whatever?
before.
So
I enjoyed it."
Oh, that's good.
Man,
yeah,
if you're a comic
it
book artist
is.
and you're
Yeah.
excited to draw a bicycle parked next to a Ferris wheel,
Has he said
you
anything of
love
value or interesting?
comics.
I'm sure he's
I
a
don't
nice
know.
enough guy, but I don't like
That's
his.
what
They
the
should have got like
awards
Kevin
Personality.
Hart or
this
something to
night
do this. I mean,
have
come on,
Yeah.
guys.
uniquely. They're
Yeah, what's up with the old
different
white guy
in
up here?
I mean, not in length, they're all 6 hours long.
I mean, they could have picked somebody that has like
Those other
some
awards
sort
are
of
as much as any award
personality. Like this
based
dude's
solely on the
got
quality
zero
of the work.
personality. Come on, Mark.
And the
Let's
Ringos
go, buddy.
recognize talent,
His
absolutely,
jokes have not
but
landed.
Change your facial
having my name
expression
on them,
one time,
to me,
please.
gives me
Yeah, we
a
talked about
strong
that,
bit
Alan,
of
about
proof
Spider-Man being
of creating the
25
best
minutes in, Mark
These
Wade's
awards, great comics,
facial
great
expression
art,
has
great comic
changed 0 times.
is to
Are we
stay
really that far
committed
in?
to the
Holy
joy in
hell.
it.
Hold on, I'm going to turn
Joy
this
Mike
press
had
off
as
real
much as
quick.
anybody
Okay.
I have ever met. Even when the gig is uncomfortably hard, there is still an undeniable energy to that joy. And
Yeah.
every year, this
Ryan, I
small
think Alan's
group
going to come to my
chance
house and
share
we're going
it
to drive
with one
over.
another. So I ask you to bear that in mind
Are you going to go?
tonight as we round hour 7, that this is a privilege. I know the bar awaits, but come on. I'm sure across town somewhere there's a bunch of elevator technicians who are having a
I'm
convention,
slowly building
and
up a
whatever's going
box
on, I
of
sincerely
slabby
hope they're
labbies
sharing their passion.
for member
We're
giveaways.
lucky we get to do that.
Slabby
I mean,
labbies.
So far, I think I've got 7 or 8 in there ready to go, all 9/8s except for one, but it's a newsstand Star Wars 68, so
Some schlabulas.
I'm not. If I had a 9/8 Star Wars 68, couldn't be giving that one away. That's like a $2,400 book or something like that. But I have an 8.5 in there, which is not too shabby, so that will be in there. We got to figure out how we're gonna do that. I thought about maybe pre-packaging 12 boxes,
And
Thank you,
randomize
Mark.
number 'em,
Inspiring, thoughtful,
let the
and
winner
entertaining as
pick what
expected.
number box they want.
Yeah.
Boy, way, I can actually see with my phone on. I'm gonna go
Again,
outside for a
guys.
second. I just wanted to recognize
Yeah,
Comics
give 'em
Wall this morning. They
headlamps.
did the
Like,
print
just
There's
have
a
a headlamp.
freaking silver lamp there.
Fantastic.
I hope somebody comes on and flicks it
They
on.
also did the photo outside. They did the badges. They did a lot of stuff for us this year, and I'm really happy with it. All right. Tonight's first presenters are multiple nominee and award-winning creators. Please welcome to the stage Sarah Anderson and Scott Snyder.
Oh, Lord.
Grammy Award winning artist.
It is hard to see. Oh my God.
I thought she had a damn booger hanging out
Hi, everyone.
her damn
In the
nose.
past, I've had the
She
great
just got 4
honor of
earrings
being
in
a
it.
nominee and even a recipient of the Ringo Awards. However, due to COVID, I've never been able to attend the ceremony. That's why I'm so happy and so grateful. To
We
be
weren't
here
5
tonight
seconds
for
into
my
the awards
first
and we're already
Ringo
bringing up
Award,
COVID.
surrounded by
Well.
lovely
COVIDs.
faces. Next to Scott, and in a room with lots of talent. And speaking of that talent,
People who just bring up
this
COVID for no
category
reason
is
out of nowhere is
sponsored
so
by Big
toxic.
Lake Comic-Con, and the nominees for the 2023 Ringo Award for Best Inker are Gigi Baldassani, Scott Hanna, Sandra Hope,
These are the unsung,
Klaus Jansen,
well, not the
Mark
inkers.
Morales, and the award goes
They're great
to
and they're very important, but I was thinking colorists. Colorists are the unsung heroes of comics from the beginning of time.
Inkers are too, if you really think about it. It's
They
pretty
are,
weird.
but think if you think about so many covers people really love, without the colors on them, like the color really changes your. If the colors were shitty,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have the same effect.
This is true, but also,
Think about Surfer 4.
no, I get that, but I'm also saying, I mean, the same can honestly be said for inkers too.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd McFarlane's inker, whoever the hell that is, deserves
Oh yeah, for sure.
Klaus
But I
Johnson,
very, very much appreciate it.
another old white guy for the
I
win.
do wanna
Come on,
say
Ringo.
That one of the most important things about my career
This guy looks like the old dude from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh yeah. You know what, though? He looks very friendly.
I'm so
He does,
grateful,
but that guy was too.
I'm so appreciative, and I thank all of you in this room. I thank everyone that
Why do they behind them not
I'm-
look happy?
is my-
They look
is
so
my-
uncomfortable. behind them.
Is my man rocking the unbuttoned shirt
And
with the wife
I
beater underneath? That's
Hell
what
yeah.
I'm talking
with
about.
all my heart that I don't take it for granted.
But the two behind Scott and what's her name, Sarah, I think they look so
being a
uncomfortable.
part
Like
of this
something
creative
something
community
stinks.
means everything.
Did Scott even say anything? Why is he even there?
And I thank you.
I don't
very,
really have a
very, very
recognizable name on the stage.
Yeah, I've heard of Klaus before.
I was talking about between the two of them.
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's fine. Klaus.
Oh, they're presenting all of it.
My takeaway, Mark, that was a great speech. My takeaway is that I'm going to fax every script now 1 page at a time in. I know. Sorry, Jamal. My Neil Gaiman story was one of my first years in comics.
That
when
is not what I expected
first got on
Scott
Batman.
Snyder to look
Ringo
like.
brought me
I've
on.
seen him.
thinking-
It's not what I
got
expected him to
sat
sound
next to
like.
Neil
I was
and
thinking
he
like
had my mind,
older,
you know,
chiseled
terrified.
jaw,
And I was also
grizzled
terrified
looking
to be on
dude
Batman,
for
and
some
Neil
reason.
saw it. Like he just
Clint
immediately
Eastwood
looked at me
style.
and was
Let's
like,
be
"Doesn't
honest. I mean,
matter."
we are
I
talking
said,
about comic book creators.
so scared.
I know. I was
I
thinking
don't
like
know what I'm
a
doing.
slightly
I know
nerdier
nobody,
looking
and
Clint
they put me on
Eastwood. For some
Batman
reason, when I
because,
hear
"Oh,
Scott Snyder, that's what I
right
picture.
now, you're worried you're not good enough. Pretty soon, you'll be worried you used to be better." And that's
Guys,
what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
be at Sand Mountain
And I
next
was like-
weekend, but I need you
and it
guys
was
to
like
stay
the
for the whole
most-
show
the
because
most
I have baseball.
comforting
Have a baseball game
sentiment,
to
like,
coach, and
weirdly,
then
I
I'm
was
going
like, "That
straight
is
to
all
Sand
there
Mountain.
is."
So
Well,
we're gonna
I-
have to hang out all day.
It was
Well, what I'll
awesome.
do is I'll tell
So
you
anyway,
that like whenever we get
all
there, if
this
I don't,
category
if
is
there's not a lot of
sponsored by
comic stuff, I'll
Boom
just let you know.
Studios, yes.
Well, I don't care if there is or
And the
not. I'll just come
nominees,
hang out with you
for
guys.
the 2023 Ringo Award for Best Nonfiction Comic.
Nonfiction.
88 Days of Hell.
That means
Is
it is
there-
not
is there-
fiction work.
Filtration by
I didn't know
Insider.
there was nonfiction comics. That's
A Game
cool.
for Swallows Expanded Edition Graphic Universe.
Oh, I did buy a
by London
comic book
Publishing Co.
this week. Hold on.
Ducks, 2 Years in the Oil Sands by Drawn and Quarterly. I'm Still Alive, Archaea.
It's
by Boom
Wool. It's
Studios.
the graphic novel of the
Just
book I
Another
just read,
Routine Dirtbag
and
by Street Noise
I say
Books.
books. But Darren Bennett
Radium Girls, Iron
did the
Circus
omnibus
Comics,
design, so that's cool. I believe that just means
and
the
The
logo
Third
for it, but
Person
yeah.
by Tron and Quarterly. And the award
I wonder if Justin Birch what he thinks about all these word balloons they're using here.
Ducks, 2 years in the oil sands, Drawn and Quarterly. Congratulations.
Well,
Can you imagine how awkward Justin's going to be if he wins?
I'm so excited.
We'll accept the award on Kate's behalf, right? Is that good? Okay.
Oh, this is awkward. Did y'all not invite him?
Oh, that's the next one, right?
Man, I got some boogers.
Come on, guys. Remember rehearsal.
I don't know if they
Category
rehearsed.
is sponsored by Modern Fanatic, and the nominees for the 2023 Ringo Award for Best Colorist are Daniela Barasoni, Jordi Belair,
What the fuck? I want to sponsor a category.
Chris
Right?
Best letter by
Halloran,
Two Brothers Comics, and if anybody but Justin
Phillips,
wins, we just
Dave
fucking burn it
Stewart.
Hey,
down.
look, there's a
Kelly
Reckless book on
Wright.
there, Nick.
Yep. Ed
and the
Brubaker's
award goes to
should be the colorist for Brubaker's. It's good colors. It's a unique art
I bet
style.
it's Jacob Phillips.
Jordi Belair.
Nope.
That's a cool last name.
Whoever
Well,
whoever did the
accept the award
color.
on
Oh
Jordy's
yeah, so
behalf. She's
I thought Jacob
awesome.
Phillips did Nice House on the Lake. I was picking Nice House on the Lake because it
This
was the most
category is
recognizable book
sponsored
out of all
by,
those.
Big
So
Lit Comic
I wonder if
Con, and
that's
the
how they're
nominees for the
basing that.
2023 Ringo Award for. Oh wait, we read this one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is Jordy not there?
We got it. Yes. Wait.
This is bullshit that we didn't get a chance to
what?
sponsor anybody.
Oh,
We just
I'm
gotta
so
figure it
sorry.
out.
Yes, we got they got out of order.
Whoever did the colors for Once and Future when that came out originally,
Sorry, my
if
bad.
Dan Mora
The category is sponsored by
and
Rocket
I
Ship
forget who
Entertainment,
wrote it,
the
and the
nominees for
colorist, like
2023 Ringo
everything
Award
for Once
Best
and Future,
webcomic are
I hope it cleaned up
88
that year.
Days of Hell, One Ukrainian
I'm sure they
Married
did.
Ukrainian man's experience in the Russian filtration.
That
The
would be a
Insider,
kick-ass series to see.
What?
The All Nighter
Once in
by
Future,
Comicsology
or even a
Yeah.
movie or something like that would be just cool shit to see on
Well,
screen.
The
you know,
Guy
Boom is really an
Upstairs,
IP for him,
webtoon.
so there's no telling if it got picked up or not.
I Love You webtoon. Lore Olympus webtoon.
You ever notice that because we like
Offside, I was a pro football
because Google
player,
and
I was
everything knows we're
restricted
into
to going
comics,
to
and
Qatar
because
to
we
work
are men,
construction.
I get all these
The
ads for like
Insider.
these damn like
Yes, right?
triple X
You
web
were
comics
my
all the
Joker
time.
that
I'm like,
night,
what kind of
by
bullshit is
Tola
this,
Howard.
dude? Like this
And the
is
award goes
bullshit that I'm
to-
attacked just because I have a penis and because I like comic books. And I'm just attacked with this nonsense.
All right, who do you pick?
Lore Olympus.
Oh,
Webtoon.
I think I've heard of Laura Olympus.
Accepting
Maybe
the
not.
award is Webtoon Executive Editor Paul Jun. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you. On behalf of the Rachel, I would like to thank the Ringo Awards and all readers who made it possible. And as someone who has worked with
That's a
Rachel,
hairpiece
I
for
couldn't be
sure.
happier to see their hard work be rewarded with this great honor.
That's a whole
You know
ass
what? I
hairpiece.
finally met somebody with a worse mustache than mine.
I don't know, dude. His connects all the way down and around.
I think that was just a good shadow over his nose.
To present our next award, please welcome to the stage our pal and yours, Louise Simonson.
Oh, Louise Simonson. Right on.
Who's that?
Okay,
Is that Walt's wife?
so the recipient of the
Maybe.
Hero Initiative Lifetime Achievement
Oh,
Award
this
really
is cool.
needs no introduction. Everybody knows Chris Claremont.
Oh, precious.
Oh, God dang, it's going to take
We're-
us 45 minutes
I
to
was
get
about to
this
say that.
motherfucker out.
I was about to say the same thing. He's going. Y'all thought Mark Wade was
My
bad.
pal and collaborator who I'm
I'm a big fan of listening to him talk, though. He's friggin' hilarious.
And,
Just don't try to
it
record
gives
him.
me a huge thrill to give Chris this fabulous award. Come on
Oh,
up,
Chris won it. I thought he was presenting.
No, he won it.
I was
Which
going to
means
say,
we're
it's going to
definitely
take an
getting a
out.
speech.
Yeah. So that's Walt Simonson's wife. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I thought. She worked on, she was a big time penciler
Chris
back
has
in
been
like
doing
Copper
best-selling
Age.
comics since the dawn of time. So
God dang. All right, come
was
on,
gonna say-
production people. Let's
I was going to
let's
say
move
it's
the
going to take
show
an
on.
hour and a
So
half
here's the essence
before
of
we hear who
lifetime
wins. If
achievement.
Well, I'm talking about like we still can't see the speech.
yeah, I know.
Fire him, get a new group.
What did you just say?
What do you mean?
You said we can't see the what?
The speech.
Oh, I thought you said we still can't see this bitch. I was like, damn, dude.
No.
Oh, my
No.
goodness sakes.
That's funny though.
Unlike my reputation, I almost don't know what to say.
You're lying.
You
gotta-
lying some bitch. It's cool to see him win this, though.
Which is terrifying to think that when I say I'll start, it was 1969, which seems
69.
a very long time in a galaxy far away.
He said, I don't know where to start
In
as
an
I
industry we
go
thought
through
was
this
dying.
massive ass speech I prepared.
Sort of like Len didn't so much mind giving up the X-Men because it was a bi-monthly book and it was Dave and me and
I'm not a big
you
fan
know,
of his
we'd
Fantastic
be
Four
lucky
work
if
in
we
Volume 1.
lasted,
Or Volume 2, I mean,
I
sorry.
don't know, to 1977, much less 1980, but what the heck? Who knew? The creepiest thing of all is looking back over my career, I have had the ridiculous good fortune of working with some of the most gifted, brilliant, talented.
How much money do you
people
think
in
they
this
pay him a
industry,
year
many of
just
whom
so he's
are
exclusive of
absolutely
Marvel and doesn't do
legendary.
anything anywhere else?
Um,
Because you know they do that with a couple
and it's
people.
not just
Yeah.
the artists, it's the colorists such as Glynis and
You know, it's
Letters
sad.
such as Tom
Kate's isn't gonna be
Ozakowski.
isn't up for anything. Can't be there.
you
Like,
never know who you're going to find
Apparently, it wasn't even that.
is gonna
Like the
jump
car
through
wreck
the
was the big
weeds when
issue,
you think,
not like
oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
no.
there's some personal stuff. But people
yeah,
like to
yeah,
make all
yeah,
kinds of shit up.
yeah.
But as
The
Archie
car
Butler
wreck he got
used to
in.
say,
Yeah, like I hate that for him.
you're allowed to
I
fuck
hope he
up.
comes back
Just
hard,
bear in
though.
mind you've got 30 days to fix
Me
it.
too. Comic books really needs Donny Cates.
Yeah.
Or as Stan used to say,
And if I and like I've said before,
there are three things I ask of you.
even though I've had issues with some of his work, like I'll
Turn
never
equipment in
never
on
deny
time,
the fact that the
do good
motherfucker
work,
is the
and
man.
Don't
I
be a pain
mean,
in my ass. Because I'm trying too hard to save the company. Any 2 out of 3 will keep you going. I love all 3. And you're on your own. And I look at the people.
I don't
who
think
are
James
here. I
Tynan's
look
up
at
for very many
the more
things.
gifted people
Bro, he fell off the
right
rock
around
effing
in
hard.
the hall.
Let's be honest though. I mean, there's not much happening where people
I
are
don't wanna
just
say
so
what's coming next.
just stoked about.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean,
Fantastic Four.
For me, it's
Tynion,
never been about what
Tinian
I've
is
done.
that's how you say his name.
Tiny
Tinian,
Onion.
Tynian.
What's the next story?
He's still writing a
Kids
bunch of
ask me,
stuff,
"What-
but yeah, I mean,
what
there's not
story do you love?"
there's just not
The
been
answer, I hope, is the same answer that every
there's not
creator
been a whole lot
gives.
of excitement
And
over
I haven't done
comics,
yet.
modern stuff,
That's
current
what this is all
stories
about.
wise.
Not where
Yeah.
you are,
Like
but where
we've
you've been,
like we've
where
seen
you want and
the
need to
first
go.
couple years that when we first got into it.
I hope everybody takes that to heart because if you do, I'm pretty sure if you're lucky, you'll get one of these too. And damn it, you all deserve one. Thank you so
Oh,
very,
thank you,
very much.
thank you.
And he precious. And he's a movie star. Yeah, a lot of people fell off with the whole Substack thing.
Yeah, Substack. Yeah, because
Come on, look at this graphic.
they-
Somebody could have done a better graphic. than
it's
this.
because when they did the Substack shit, they acted like it was going to be exclusive, and then it wasn't
For
exclusive.
those of
People
you
were
on
like,
the live
"Fuck
stream,
this."
that's a standing
They made a
ovation
shit ton of money, though.
for Chris.
Oh man, if they zoom out a little bit more, we might get to see Justin.
Thank you, Louise, and congratulations, Chris. As a recovering Marvel zombie, no small part of my being here tonight is your collective fault. For our next presenters, one creates comics and the other sells them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamal Igle and 2023 Ringo juror, John Petrie.
I want to be a juror. Oh, you know this fucker knows
Hi,
some comic
everybody.
books.
So I've got, before we read the nominees and the winners, I've got a real quick story.
Oh God.
So I have this picture. And this is the only picture that I've ever taken of Mike. I took it at Wizard World, Chicago, in 1997. And I don't take a lot of photos necessarily. I do sometimes, but I forget. But I always look at this picture, and I always remember Mike because the first time I ever saw Mike's work was in an issue of Justice League Quarterly. And it was a story where he had drawn Wonder Woman and Power Girl and like all the female Justice League members, and it was kind of like this sleepover thing where Power Girl thinks she's gonna overpower Wonder Woman and gets her ass handed to her.
Rocket City's coming up soon.
And I saw
Oh
this,
yeah, it's in October or something.
and I said to
Yeah.
myself, this guy
That was a decent show. They had some cool stuff there. We picked up some pretty neat stuff.
I think I
I'll
bought
be-
the Hobbit book. That was it.
Yeah, you bought the Hobbit book. I bought all the Walking Dead stuff there and a couple other little things. I mean, there was just some neat stuff to look at.
Yeah.
Like, of the smaller shows, like I really liked that one.
Of, Mark Wade and Brian Augustine,
We'll definitely
but
have to check it out
because
again.
Of Mike Ringo, and one of the things
What up, Callie?
that I saw was there was this
Russell and what's his name effed around and found out, as they say.
that happened over the course.
They weren't ready for that
of the
smoke.
run on the Flash, and he got better and better.
We got to get you a belt before we
So
go to
when
do
I
the
finally got
before we do the
Robert
cage
to
match
the
because
meeting,
they want a rematch and it's gonna be a cage match.
I don't know what that means.
5'9.5", 5'10",
It means we're
depending on
doing a
which
steel
level
cage match. We
or
got to
I
fuck them
was.
up.
I don't know if any of you people have ever met a Wiringo. They're huge. They're giant people. It's not fair. But one of the things that struck me about Mike was friendly and gentle and sweet and selfie-facing. And as I gushed, as I often do with people that I admire, he just smiled and said, no, it's okay. You don't have to do all that. So flash forward to this picture, and I'm snapping photos, and I see Mike, and then like, Mike, let me take a picture of you. He goes, okay. And I just crouch down, and I peer up, and I snap. And I treasure this picture because this is me looking up at a guy who became one of my heroes, not just personally, but artistically. And that's what these awards mean to me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
They did not put that in the production schedule.
What do you say?
Just the whole.
Okay, now on to the
story.
serious business. So
This category is presented by Modern Fanatic, and the nominees for the 2023 Ringo Award for Best Kids Comic or Graphic Novel are The Aquanaut, Scholastic Graphics; Frizzy, First Second Books; The Ghoul Agency, Action Lab Entertainment; Jonna and the Unpossible Monsters, Oni Press;
I didn't know Oni
Aya,
Press was still
Image
pushing
Comics;
books out.
Pause, Gabby Gets It Together, Razor Bill Books, Penguin Random House; Punk Taco 2, Adam Rolenta Entertainment;
Well, somebody likes the hell out of a taco.
and Tin Man, Abrams Comic Arts.
All right, what are you betting? I'm betting it's probably Frizzy.
Aquanaut.
and the award
It
goes
looks good
to
as hell, doesn't it? That looks cool.
Juna and the Impossible Monsters, Oni Press.
We weren't even close.
Accepting the award is Oni Press President Hunter Gorison.
Kind of shitty for him to accept it, not the creators, but whatever. Wow, guys.
Wow, incredible. On behalf of Chris and Laura, two incredibly wonderful and talented people, they provided the following comment, which is, they wrote it in the third person, which I think counts as dramatic license. Chris and Laura want to let you all know how absolutely thrilled and honored they are to receive this award. Thanks so much to everyone that voted for us, and especially to everyone that read and supported.
Justin said I can. He smells like a winner.
Appreciate it.
Ask him how the cheesecake is. Oh, tell his ass he needs to walk up on stage with the cheesecake during his acceptance speech and just start eating it.
This category is sponsored by Image Comics.
This is bullshit. I didn't know we could
nominees for the
sponsor something.
2023 Ringo Award
You
for
tore
Best
up about
Series
that.
are
I am a little.
Fractured
Because
Shards,
you figure it can't be that much. Because there's probably, what, all of 30 people in that room.
Parker Girls,
And
Abstract Studios,
they have only 53 people
Saga,
watching.
Image Comics. Season of the Bruja, Oni Press.
I'm betting it's probably going to be
Something
Saga,
is Killing the Children, Boom Studios.
even though it's not been all that good.
And the award goes to
Night, Kyle.
Something is Killing the Children.
Bullshit.
Boom Studios. Accepting the award is Boom Studios president Philip Sablik.
What happened to Ross Ritchie?
Where's Tinyan?
Where the hell did Ross Ritchie go? Is he not president anymore?
I don't know. I don't guess so.
Somebody Google that.
What all was in that category? Because I feel like
Mark
that
told me.
was kind of a.
So it is my pleasure and my honor to accept this award for the second year in a row on behalf of the team behind Something is Killing the Children. James, Werther, Mikkel, Darren, Eric, and
Still
Ramiro,
bullshit.
who,
You know what? No, this is a Birch book, isn't it?
since the beginning have been
He said
working
Darren.
tirelessly to produce the best
So does
series
this
they
count?
can with each issue.
But text him and ask. Be like,
And,
did you just win a Ringo on the
touching
Something's Killing the
something
Children?
Chris said earlier. Next year is the 5-year anniversary of Something is Killing the Children, and I promise and the team promise we're only getting warmed up. Thank you, everyone.
Maybe he's doing it on behalf of this. Like, the studio name is listed, and he just threw out Darren's name.
This category is sponsored by Modern Fanatic, and the nominees for the 2023 Ringo Award for Best Writer are
Why wouldn't they do Best Writer, Artist, and Series very last?
Anthony Del Call,
What is this one for? The
Drew
writer?
Edwards,
Yeah. I wonder if
I
Ed
think
Brubaker
you
won.
gotta
I'm
go
pretty sure that was Ed
Scott
Brubaker.
Snyder,
I was gonna say I think you gotta go Brubaker, right?
Yeah, of course.
Brian K.
But I
Vaughan.
wonder if that was Brubaker backstage and they put him there because they know he's going to win.
And the award goes to
Because I don't think that was Brian. Brian's, I think, is completely balded and no facial hair.
Ed Brubaker.
Yeah, it was Brubaker they had backstage. How fucked up is that? They did it before.
Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
Oh, they messed that up.
I just want to thank everybody for this. I was not expecting to get this tonight.
Really? Not at all, huh?
wanna make sure I
Dude,
thank
he has a
artist
nice set of
Sean,
aftermarket
Jacob,
teeth, don't he?
who draw all of our books.
Oh my gosh, look at
and
that.
Marcos
Perfect.
Martin,
They're like Eddie Hall
who
perfect.
draws,
You know, Eddie Hall kind of has that
Friday,
weird lisp. It's because he has
and,
those,
thank
what do they
everybody
call
out
them?
here for voting for me. It's
Fuck.
amazing to me to be winning award at this an award at this stage in my career and to win a Ringo. I knew Mike just a little bit, but really loved him and never got to work with him. So this is a real honor. Thanks.
Why
a
are
lot.
comic book creators so dry and you'd think they'd be a lot more like
That's why I'm looking forward to Brian because I know Brian is he's gonna deliver. Brian's gonna come up
Category is
there
sponsored
and he's
by
gonna.
Jeppy Family Enterprises.
Brian's gonna give us some good. Some
And the
good
nominees
acceptance.
for the
Jeppy Family
2023
Enterprises?
Ringo
What the hell
Award
are
for
they?
Best humor comic are
Okay,
Breaking
so
Cat
hold on.
News, Go Comics.
make sure we can say something.
Yeah.
Crash and Troy, A Wave New World. Wave Blue World.
Oh, that's the one that had some bullshit attached to it for Lujan.
Grumpy Monkey, Who Threw
They
That?
tried to fuck
Random
him on
House
that, I think.
Children's Books.
Oh, Jeppy Family Enterprises is just like
Illustrated
Diamond
Al,
Distributors.
The Songs of Weird Al Yankovic. Z2.
Oh man, I'm going with Weird Al.
Little Tunny's Snail Diaries, Silver Sprocket.
Just
My Bad, Ahoy Comics.
His response
That was
cracked me
funny.
up.
Revenge of the Librarians, drawn and quarterly. What's It? Heavy Metal.
I just hope.
And the award goes to.
Is it Crash and Troy that's Jared Lujan's? I think it is.
You think I'd have enough practice at this by now? The Illustrated Al, the songs of Weird Al
Bullshit.
Yankovic, Z2
I knew that was gonna
Comics.
get it.
Why, man? Who even likes this guy?
Accepting the award is longtime Z2 writer, editor, and previous Ringo nominee Chris Miskowicz.
It's because it's Weird Al.
Stupid man. It's a popularity contest.
Well, isn't everything?
Hi, everybody. I had nothing to do with this book. I got a call from Bernstein the other day, and he was like, I got this other thing, and he's like a rock star and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm here with, all those people. They gave me this envelope. Sean,
It's about to get real weird. He's about to do cocaine on stage. I feel it.
A moment, please. Thank you.
Why is his fingernails
You know,
did?
it's Weird Al. He's a rock star. We figured make a moment of it. Thank you, Sean. Sean Von Gorman of Comics, everyone.
You know, at least they're having fun with this.
Do something really funny. Yeah? Say it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you very much to the Nathans for throwing the best con in the U.S.
Those are just blank sheets of paper.
And to someone I know.
You can thank me.
Well, the all took place off stage, I guess.
Take the 5 blank pages and put them down. Go to your phone and then say for real. Z2's really happy and thankful that they got a bunch of people out of retirement to do this book. Weird Al was super into it, and they want to thank personally Peter Badge, Drew Friedman, Sam Viviano, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm blind, Ryan Dunleavy, Bill Alfred, Steve Chanks, and Josh Bernstein, who led to make this book. Thank you all. Again, I had nothing to do with this, neither did he. And you know, right, and no one else would do this with me. So I will see you all at the bar, and thank you very much.
And to quote the immortal Al Yankovic, eat it.
I don't know anything about that.
Everybody.
Well, that was awkward for everyone involved.
We should have multi-camera in this from now on.
All right, Justin Birch won the Ringo
Now time
on
to
Something's Coming to
announce
Children.
Mike Waringo,
He
the
officially
Comic
won
Book
one.
Industry Spirit Award. Unfortunately, Matt and Suzanne Waringo weren't able to join us this evening, and we hope to see them back next year. For now, please welcome our remaining perennial jurors, Todd DeZago, Craig Russo, and Mark Wade.
Oh, God.
I got it, Todd.
Oh, God. Perennial. Mark Wade's always there. I need another beer.
Yeah, but not yet. On August 13th.
This is awkward. Did you see that?
2007, I met Mr. and Mrs. Waringo for the first time. It was the day after Mike passed away, and I flew down to Durham, and I met Shirley and Cecil, and Shirley immediately hugged me. My mom had died the year before, and she said, well, you've lost your mom, and I've lost my boy, and so now we've got each other. Unfortunately, we lost Mama Shirley on Labor Day. For the past almost year.
I know what's more annoying, your chewing sound or him going.
To take care of his parents, who, wonderfully Southern people that they are also incredibly stubborn.
Well, just listen for it, man. He goes.
Would not allow any
I was just doing both now.
I know.
house. And so Matt is there, and that's why he's not with us. But he had a lot to do with what we're going to do now. But I just wanted to put out there that she was a wonderful person. She accepted me immediately, and she was Mama Shirley from that day. And she was a sweet, wonderful woman who raised two incredibly great boys, and we will miss her.
All right, let's keep going. What do you think are in those orange boxes back there?
For the past 7 years,
With the googly eyes.
since the inception of these now illustrious awards, we three, along with our absent fourth, Mr. Michael Ringo, have, as Mike's friends, collaborators, and brothers, been granted the esteemed honor and singular privilege of selecting the Spirit of Ringo Award, an award presented to the comic book or graphic novel which best represents the style, storytelling, excitement, and craftsmanship that we
It's probably gonna be
observe
something
Mike would have
scoobery.
The Spirit of Ringo Award is unique in these proceedings. It is not voted on by fans or professionals and not reviewed by an esteemed jury panel. This award is more of a, what do you think Mike would have liked? Or what do you wish Mike were here to read? Kind of thing. We would like to thank Mark Nathan and Randy Tischler and everyone involved with the Ringo Awards for allowing us this independence and giving us this freedom to make this award special. Thank you.
All right, what's the Goober book you are picking?
Our job each year in selecting a comic that Mike would have liked is a hard one because, quite frankly, Mike loved it all. He found joy in every genre: superheroes, horror, science fiction, manga, fantasy, crime, autobiographical, and humor, especially humor. Mike loved funny. He loved to laugh and to laugh with his friends. People who knew Mike remember that laugh. He would, like many of us, quote lines from
I should pull a
movies and
piece of
reenact
gaff
it
tape
in
down
TV
from that
shows.
stand.
And he shared this with his friends. It was our second language. Humor, to us, was a huge part of who Mike was. And with that in mind, in the past, we've tried to inject some humor into our annual presentation of the Spirit of Ringo Award.
It is not lost on us, however, that in our attempt to add some levity to these prestigious proceedings, we may have inadvertently drawn focus away from the actual recipients of the prize with our antics,
Our shenanigans, our tomfoolery.
This was, of course, never our intention. We respectfully apologize to any prior awardee or awardees from whom we may have stolen the spotlight with our hijinks,
Our buffoonery.
Our monkey business.
This is just stupid.
It
Just
is
go
our
ahead.
plan then, moving forward, not to overshadow in any way the writers and artists we hope to commemorate with this award in the future, and to refrain from any distracting from the solemnity of this prize with any unnecessary nonsense. And now, on to this year's recipient of the Spirit of Ringo Award.
Dun, dun, dun.
In Galen's Path by Vittorio Messendo and Marguerite Wassini, we are introduced to Paula D'Intro, a teenage girl who bucks the old cliche of the fuck you. Fuck you.
What happened?
This is just cruel. Who loves comics. She's popular and loves comics. Yay, we do. However, we feel that we are treading in much too familiar territory, however, when Paula begins to lose touch with reality, believing that the world in her favorite comic is real, believing also that the world is reaching out to her and sending her clues on how to find her way in. And while the initial premise of this story does sound like something we have all seen before, what happens next is a series of unexpected surprises that will make any reader wish that Galen's Path was real too. It is a celebration of fiction, a celebration of fantasy, and a celebration of each of us and the power to believe that anything is possible. It is a delightful journey of magic, music,
My
and
hair's looking good
resurrection.
today.
I can guarantee you will not believe what comes next. Is Galen's Path real or just a dream?
Because Galen's Path is not real. Not really. I mean, there's no Galen's Path. There's no Vittorio or Marguerite. We made it all up and made Mark read that to you. But I'm sorry, it's a lie. Thank you. So why don't you sit down? Because this year,
Basically,
we're sorry to
Alan.
inform you, the Spirit of Ringo Award is going to be World's Finest.
You know what? That deserves it. World's Finest has been a damn good book.
Now,
You've been reading it?
He's the one that fucking wrote it. Yeah.
I really like a lot of the covers on the
some of you may
original
balk
World's
at
Finest.
the
It's got some
audacity of
badass
giving this
covers.
award to one of our own. Believe me, Matt, Todd, and I ran around this thing around and around and around. But when Mark's World's Finest debuted, we were all on board, loving the exciting new incarnation. Of
I mean, it's a
one of
good
our
book.
greatest team
It's
ever.
Grandpa's book.
It was definitely on our radar, but inherently off the table since Mark was one of us and then ineligible for nomination, right? I mean, were there rules to the Spirit of Ringo Award?
But the book kept getting better and better. We had several contenders in consideration, but no matter how our deliberations went, The end of every conversation focused on World's Finest and how Mike would have absolutely loved that book. Matt went on to say that, quote, Mike would have thumb wrestled Dan Mora for that gig. End quote. I said Mike would have broken Dan's thumbs for that job. In the end, we decided that to be true to the spirit of Ringo, World's Finest needed to be this year's pick. We cut Mark out of all discussions, hoping that he would be too distracted writing his keynote speech to notice, and here we are.
In World's Finest, Dan Mora immediately makes himself known, instantly staking his ground and putting the reader on notice that his intentions are good. But don't look away. With a visual storytelling that is both accessible and beautiful, he lays out a world that's easier for a reader to fall into and navigate. His scenery is detailed and vibrant, practical and alive, assisted, of course, by the colors of Tamara Bonvillain. He knows how to tell a story. But it's his figure work, his ability to somehow reinvent and revitalize these characters who have been around for decades that makes this World's Finest team look new again. They look young, but refreshingly innocent and eager. He lets us know right out of the gate that we are seeing these long-loved familiar friends for the first time. And not just Batman and Superman. Dan gave each of the legendary cast their own subtle look, their own
It's a
style.
good book. If you haven't read it, you should
Poison
try it.
Ivy, Green Lantern, Felix Faust, the Teen Titans. He knows these characters. He knows their unique body language. He knows their distinct facial expressions. He knows their personalities well. And in many instances, an entire conversation between Supes and Batman can be conveyed with a single glance. Mark wrote it, but Dan drew it.
In World's Finest, Mark Waid reintroduces us to the two most popular fictional characters on the planet, to us and to each other. With a handful of highly recognizable and highly diabolical villains attempting their most dastardly schemes as his backdrop, Mark takes his time to present these two vastly different heroes, not as the intrinsic... I had a couple drinks. Not as the intrinsic opposites they have been portrayed as in recent past, but as two men who, though from very different backgrounds, almost instantly recognize in the other a kindred spirit, a person dedicated to helping others and working towards a better world. While this is a series packed with the action and adventure that
I'm a
Mark has
kindred
become
spirit.
known for in his 3+ decades in the business, the actual story is subtext, as Mark shows
All this
us
talk
the
about Dan
Superman
Mora
and
is making me
Batman
want to go back
still
and
both
read the
relatively new
Volume
at
1
the
of
game,
Power Rangers
meeting
and the
during an
Volume 1 of
urgent
Once and Future
incident,
again.
naturally, regarding each other with mutual admiration and respect. Skipping through time, Mark shows us the evolution of their relationship, the building of trust, the dedication to friendship, the understanding of compromise. They work together well, they anticipate and act in unison. They are BFFs. They are the world's finest friends. And Robin's not jealous. I just want to point that out. Though still a teenager and probably uber sensitive to shifts in familial dynamics, he is mature enough to understand that it is quite possible to have more than one friendship and that doesn't detract in any way from your relationship.
I think they should start playing them off.
And Robin has a pretty cool working relationship with Superman himself. It's all good. Within the first few issues, our world's... I'm going on. Well, this is more about Mark. Within the first few issues, our world's finest team are presented with a new player, a powerful yet somewhat fragile young man whose origins resonate as being strangely
That
similar
signature
to
is
those of
cool
our
as shit, the
heroes.
Ringo signature.
As Clark and Bruce
Mhm.
both identify and sympathize
I wish
with
I had a
Joy,
cool signature.
with
Tell
Timothy as
Justin
their
his signature
respective
sucks
twins,
ass.
taking on the roles of
He needs a
as
cool
parents.
signature.
And it is there that through their mentoring of this traumatized boy Thunder, Mark deftly explores the ways in which each of these legends, whose origin stories we as readers know all too well, dealt with and embraced those traumas to reinvent
It says there's two people still watching. I wonder who that is. It's got to be Alan and
What Mark and Dan have given us is a positive,
someone who
brightly lit,
probably just walked away from their screen and
human
completely forgot
tale
it was
of
even on.
friendship and commitment
That's
wrapped
fine.
up in a thrilling, calculated
Yeah, this
roller
is
coaster ride
this is
of an
for
adventure
us,
that fills the
not
reader
for
with joy
everybody. So
and hope, two commodities we certainly need more of these days.
I wanted to sit here for an hour and 30 minutes
We
listening to
enthusiastically
bullshit
present
just to
this
see
year's
Justin
Spirit
win,
of
though.
Ringo Award for World's Finest to
it's
Mark
not
Waid and
bullshit. This is
Jamie
cool. I mean,
Maura and the team behind the team.
Even the guy standing up,
Wonderful
he's like,
experience
"Okay,
that
look,
Mike would
we
have
gotta move on."
absolutely
yeah.
loved.
This is kind of
I hope
that
no one
reminds me
is
of when Triple
surprised
H had
with
to
this award.
when they sent Triple
It
H
was
out
Matt's
at the Hall
idea,
of Fame ceremony to
and
tell Ric Flair he
and
needed to
he
wrap
very
it up,
said
wrap
he
it
would be
up,
here
and
with
move his
us.
and get
But
his
I also
ass
worried that since Mark
off
would
the
be
stage.
blindsided by all this, he'd be put on the spot.
And he was just like telling Vince, like,
Accept
"You
this
want me to go tell Rick to hurry up?" And he walks out there to tell him, and Flair looks at me, he's like, "Do you know who I am? Fuck you."
And now he's with AEW.
That
Huh?
is-
So
Yeah.
now he's with
So,
AEW.
thank you. For those of you who have not read World's Finest, you don't have to now. Did it. But I was completely blindsided. Now I understand why you're not returning my calls and texts. And like you said, I mean, Dan Moore is carrying the water. Man, I'm along for the ride. Paul Kaminsky, my editor, lets me do whatever I want to do. And Tamara Bonvillain does the coloring. She's amazing. I got a great team around me. And because, credit is not a finite resource. Everyone deserves credit on this book.
Don't mention your letter, dickhead.
I'm just the guy who puts the words in the mouth.
Don't forget, the Silver Age Outlaws are the Hunt Tag Team Champions. The Road Dogg and Badass Baby Billy Nick. Oh, B. Ramey, that's right. He's getting his collection all swapped over to some new short boxes. And
Smart
cool.
move, because long boxes are heavy as shit.
I knew it had to be two of our like our boys,
Our next two presenters represent amazing work in numerous areas of the industry and are both, among other things.
Where do you live at, Brandon?
I think Indiana.
We need to get to a show at some point with Brandon. I'd like to go grab some dinner and hang out with Brandon for a while.
I'm throwing it. I think it's Indiana. I don't know why I think Indiana.
Hello. Oh, we got good news because we're doing the fan awards, and the fan awards, I think, represent how I perceive Mike Ringo. Like he's the most fan favorite artist, and this is the fan speaking.
I wish I had the
The
money
other
to
good
just
news, no nominees.
make a
just
list of like a
winners.
bunch of my
No
friends
one
that
here's
live
gonna growl at
really
us.
fucking
All right.
far away and just like,
So,
hey,
with that said, let's see.
I'll buy your plane
This
ticket.
category
Bring your ass to Heroes. Let's fucking party. Don't talk to me while we're at the show, but as soon as it's over, it's fucking on.
The only time I saw
And-
Dustin was in the hotel rooms.
And I've noticed something very unique.
Yep, you get to see. I go to a whole nother level for that show.
And I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, thanks. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, right
So
on,
this
man.
category is
Or
sponsored by
woman,
Rocket
or
Ship Entertainment.
that's
and the
Louis?
award
Louis?
for fan favorite hero goes to
We do appreciate that.
Good job making everything awkward, Nick.
It's a black thing and not a name, and you don't know.
fan favorite hero Sam
Oh,
Young.
his
Let's
icon is
Play.
just a black circle.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's just a
Ship
circle.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Accepting the award is cartoonist Leanne Krasik.
See, that looks like a character from one of those
Triple X.
ads that I get.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, I was right. Indiana. I knew it. You don't know shit, Dustin. You don't know. Talk
Listen,
about a good friend.
I should.
You
I
don't know
should
shit?
know. I should know where he's at. As many packages as he sends me. I mean, it's at least once a month he's shipping me packages, and then I'm having books sent back to him from CGC. I should know,
Dude, there we
I
go.
should know
I
his
was right.
address.
Steve Louis. Okay,
I'm
or
sorry,
Lewis.
take
I
off
bet
my
you it's
father.
Louis.
I can't
No,
help it.
I'm not gonna
No,
attempt.
thank you so much. Thanks to all the fans.
Oh, she's crying. That's sweet.
It's Lewis. Louis is spelled differently.
Because St. Louis is spelled like that, and then if you listen to Ja Rule, it's St. Louis. Is he the one that sings that
Okay,
song?
number one, you're an idiot. That's Nelly.
Nelly.
You
Not Ja Rule.
dumb shit.
Ja Rule's in prison.
No, he's
Or
not.
is he out?
All right, now we have this category.
No,
is
he's just
sponsored
hiding
by
from
Rocket
50
Ship
Cent.
Entertainment, and the award for I'm terrified for who's going to pick up this award.
Ja Rule made the biggest
Fan
mistake of
favorite
any rap
villain
artist career you could ever
goes
make,
to-
and that is
All right, Ramon.
go at Eminem or someone close to Eminem. Because when that happens,
All
you can
right, fan favorite
shove your
villain,
head between your
Adam,
legs and kiss
the
your
guy
ass
upstairs.
goodbye.
Webtoons accepting the award is Webtoons executive editor Paul June.
That's favorite villain. That's all the villains
So
in
much
comics,
hard
and that's
work
it, huh?
and all the fans and readers who voted, who made this possible.
Hmm.
I know
I'm
you
just
guys
saying,
have
my
to,
mustache is better.
Fuck Doctor Doom. I mean, really?
I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm not sure there on that. To be honest with you.
made a lot of efforts to make
Honestly,
Alan
I don't even know,
well,
but it
become
definitely looked like one of the
Ringo
triple
Award
X rated
this
kind of
year.
things.
So, yeah, I'm glad that this moment has come based on all of those researches
We
and
got to be close to
all
the
the
letterer,
all the support
right?
from
I
you guys.
mean,
So thank you so much.
we're waiting on the cartoonist. We already did the series.
I want to see. I'm here for Justin
This
and Brian,
category
and
is
then
sponsored by
that's it. I'm
Rocket
out.
Ship Entertainment.
Yeah, me too.
And the award for fan favorite
I got
new
something waiting for me
series
downstairs.
goes to
Louis
favorite new
Sant
series
rhymes with
Nevermore.
croissant.
Webtoon.
Croissant.
And
Croissant.
accepting
That'd be
the
awesome,
award
Brandon,
is
man. That's
Neverwhere
just a badass show,
creators
dude.
Kat Flynn and Kit Trace.
How much did Webtoons pay them to basically just get to pick all the?
Oh, I didn't know you worked at a library. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, right on, man.
Hey, see if there's Goosebumps books on your shelves and send me a list of what you have, and I'll tell you which ones I need, and you can just like steal them.
No, we didn't know.
I swear to God, like, so I found a website you can check libraries for books.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
there's certain Goosebumps books that are hard as shit to find, and they go for like $75 to $100. And I was like, shit, I can get a library card, go check these out, and just have them charge me for them to never return them, and I can get them for like $15.
That was precious. The red-haired and blue-haired lady had no clue what was happening.
But
That
my
was
wife said that was
pure
shitty
joy.
because I was stealing from a library. I'm like, I'm just not stealing. They're going to charge me for them. I'm just not paying
And
retail.
this category is also sponsored by Rocket Ship Entertainment and the award for fan favorite new talent. And I'm so excited to give this to someone. Goes to
I'm excited to give something to someone too. Y'all need to hurry.
fan favorite new talent, Ellie Wright.
Hey, a non Webtoon award.
Oh, right on, Alan. Hell yeah.
Dustin,
yeah,
we're
Alan's
gonna
got
get
a
biscuits.
Alan's got a good, a cool Goosebumps VHS he found and asked if I wanted it. I was like, well, hell yeah. I'm
Bro,
excited to come hang out with you guys this weekend.
Are you?
Y'all better not leave before I get there. I'll be pissed. We got to go get tacos or something after.
It may end up being just tacos because it's not going to be a big show.
We need to go get
fucking
grilled cheese.
Yeah, I guess I just want to thank everyone.
Oh, you're going to come all the way to Huntsville to get grilled cheese?
No, I'm just gonna come up to
sorry, I'm
come up
getting
to
a
the
bit
Sand Mountain
emotional.
Con.
I just want to thank all my family.
I like the way she
wonderful
talks.
Parents, Noel and Sheila. God, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. My little brother Anthony, who's not so little, but he came across the pond with me, and yeah, my sister Emma, and yeah. And my
Across
boyfriend
the
Alan,
pond.
who actually got me into comics. So thank you so much.
I bet you
everyone.
she can make a
I've gotta
hell
go
of an
for it,
English
stop
breakfast.
crying.
See, look, Brandon's saying that you could fly out to Indiana, take your 2 books, and they're free.
This category is also sponsored by Rocket Ship Entertainment and the award for fan favorite
I
publisher
don't fly though, bro.
goes to
That's the thing. So maybe
Dark Horse.
I don't know.
Interesting.
And accepting the award is Dark Horse Vice President of Marketing, Kara O'Neill.
This has to be for their manga.
Hello, everyone. This is so exciting. Thank you so much to everyone who voted. For
Nobody
everyone
likes
who's there
manga.
in person. I wish I could
Shit,
be there
dude.
with you, but
What was
sounds
it
like
they
we're
said?
having a great
90%
time.
of their
Everyone
sales is
come,
manga?
later at BarCon, so enjoy.
It's the
Ellie,
Berserk
you're fantastic.
and stuff like that.
Congratulations, seriously, to you as well. I think one of the things that I find most meaningful about this award is it's from the fans, and it's very exciting that we're recognized among all of the other amazing comics.
Well, if you look,
published
Alan,
right
like
now by
90%
some
of this
the
was just
great
webtoons and stuff,
publishers
so
out
it's the
there.
manga for sure that pulled it.
Comics is such a close-knit community. We all know each other, and it's truly a privilege to be part of this community. And again, it's phenomenal to have this recognition.
It looks like she forgot to
to
finish her
stand out
braid.
a little bit from the crowd, especially since at Dark Horse we do publish both creator-owned comics and licensed comics as well, including manga.
Oh, now she's sales pitching it.
Presented and received awards so far tonight, like Comixology.
I think my
So
microphone.
this Sand Mountain Con doesn't even give you an address.
Comixology, for example.
Yeah, it's I forget where Jeremy said it was.
And we're expanding into other web comics now and bringing those to print.
Is
So
it weird
again,
that I
it's
think my
just-
microphone smells
it's
weird?
such a community, and
Can
we're
your
all
mouth give a
kind of
microphone a
part of
bad
it,
smell?
and
Over a
it's
couple
truly
years.
just,
Is this Jeremy's show?
Yeah,
org of
they
recognition to all
basically
of our staff who work
said,
very, very
"Hey,
hard
we'll give you the
behind the
venue.
scenes to
You
bring
set it
all of
up
these different
and
kinds of
bring
Okay, I
us
products
finally found
to
it.
you.
bring us
And
some
I'm
money."
excited that you have kind of found us from among all of the other amazing offerings that are out there, and that we are
Shit, that's
actually
2 hours
recognized
away
for
from me.
bringing all of those
You
different
better make sure
kinds
it's
of
worth it
products
if you're gonna come, dude. Don't feel like you have to.
This has been kind of an interesting year as we continue to return from the years of the pandemic.
4-hour
Probably
round
not.
trip.
I thought it was like an hour away. I probably can't do 2 hours because the next weekend we're going to Birmingham.
Yeah.
It's a very
Like
difficult
yeah, don't even
bringing
feel
some of
bad
our
either.
manga.
Because like I
Some of our
said, dude,
manga
if we get
is an
there and
example, so I know things got
I mean, I don't know
moved
what Alan's
quickly,
plans are, but
but our team has
my
been
thoughts
working
are if
so
it's
hard
like,
behind the scenes to bring all of those things
Dude,
you
you
know,
gotta go see Butterbean.
and it's exciting
I
to
don't even
see
know who the
how
hell
well
Butterbean is. I saw
and
that.
excited people are for it. So
You know, I'm
You're
not
such,
there for the guest
you're
though.
such a
all
youngster,
of those
man.
create their own series.
I'm not there for the
I mentioned
guests.
Ellie specifically because Survivor
I know, I
is
don't
one
do
of
that
those
either.
creator
I'm also really not
series
there
we
for the
worked with
comic
this
books, if I'm
last year.
honest.
Dude,
It
I'm
was
trying so hard to get
nice
Jeremy to bring
what we're
R.L. Stein, and
excited
he
about. And I
won't.
know
He
there are
won't. He
so many
won't
other comics out there
It's
that
just
answer me
not.
you could
back.
be reading. And
You
if
know,
you
he's not
still have
going to, dude.
mentors
He
or
has.
killers
Do
out
you
there,
do you understand the
so thank
people he
you
turns
for
away every year?
supporting
The big
and
name
giving it a
people.
chance and letting
He
us
I don't
turned away.
share
care.
those
He
stories
turned
and
away Chris
continue to
Claremont
connect with
this
these
year.
amazing
He brings all
creators.
these damn manga people in. Bring Chris Claremont or bring R.L. Stein. He'll get a
Because the
wine.
manga is what brings in the guests, the anime, dude. Those voice actors, I'm telling
I
you.
don't give a shit about none of
Hey,
that. I
he
want to
had
meet R.L. Stein, damn it. And nobody, R.L. Stein never ends up at anything close to me, and I can't never find where he's gonna be. I just want somebody to put R.L. Stein at a show that I can go see him.
this lady is still talking.
So thanks again. Enjoy. Take a little break and have fun tonight.
Well, that weekend that I come
Thank
up,
you to the fans,
we
and
got to go
congratulations to
hang
our
out with Josh and Alan and stuff for a little
At the
bit.
shop. Only
I'll have Josh's books back by then, I hope, and Alan's
Gentlemen,
books. They
guess I
are
should take a
finally
moment
checked
to
in. They sat at
mention that the fan
CGC for
awards
3.5
are
weeks in a
part of the
box.
nomination process. They are chosen at that time, and we know about
Because CGC is a bunch of
them the whole
cocksuckers.
year. They're not voted on in the final ballot. So everybody who's receiving
All
them
right, should we
has no
finishing
idea
up
what
here in
they're
a
getting
second?
into.
I think. I mean, shit.
Happy to surprise.
This guy looks like he's really hard on his kids
This-
for hitting B's on
this
the
year's
report
jury
card.
included these two accomplished writers. Every year, I end
They've
up
hit
having a
everything,
conversation with
but
at least one
presentation
juror
design, letterer, inker,
did you
Best
read this?
cover
Did you read
artist.
that? Oh,
color.
that was so good. Did you see
Come
that?
on, guys. This is.
That was Abby Denson this year.
You know what? They're
So
saving
please
Justin
welcome
for
our next
last.
presenters, Amy Chu and Abby Denson.
Amy Chu. Why does that name sound so familiar?
I bet Justin is ready for a damn nap by now.
I think you should message you, be like, so you ready to nap?
I'm so mad at
everybody. I
Richie
just
and
wanna say
Britt
thank
and
you.
them
This is my
because they
first
told
time
me
at
they
Baltimore
weren't gonna
Comic-Con,
go, so I didn't make plans to go, and they hit me up
presenting
literally
awards, so I
last
had a really good
Wednesday.
time,
It was
and
like,
I'm
hey, you want to
very
go? We're
thankful
flying
for
out,
you
and I'm
guys.
like,
There's so much
motherfuckers.
good work coming out. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I need
And
more
also,
than
if you
3
didn't
days
think so,
notice.
I'd be on this stage with people like Chris Claremont. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Thank you.
Well, that is a wild ass haircut.
I was thinking the same thing. I
Maybe
just
a
wasn't gonna
relief
say it.
that we didn't really prepare any speeches. So
That's like I rode
but I
all the
do wanna
way
say
to the
that,
show with
my
my
very first time
head
in
hanging out the
Miami
window,
was
and it
one
only
of my
caught
very
half.
first signings at Jim Hanley's. What, about 10 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah, about 10 years ago. My very first signings. I've never.
Oh, they're
met
judges.
both
No
you
wonder
on
weird
stage,
stuff wins.
Being judges for one thing, but also presenting these wonderful awards.
Judges of what?
Which
Oh,
I
Ringo.
just noticed there's a bar.
You see the
in
thing that says
corner
judge down there?
that we
Yeah,
didn't
but what do they
notice over
judge?
here. But we are just a few presenters away
I thought
from
this was a
presenting you
voting
from going
award.
to that bar. So we're gonna
You're
make
right. It is.
very,
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
here.
Hold on.
And this is
Ringo Award
it's been
rules.
10 years, which
They
is
look
why I now
judgy.
have reading glasses.
Oh, it's open and jury
So
nominated
we're gonna use
awards.
these reading glasses to introduce this category. Once again, sponsored by the wonderful Jeppy family enterprises. Thank you so much for the Jeppies for,
Who the hell is
again,
Jeppies?
Right? This is amazing. For the best anthology, and this is the best category because this is how I started my career, and many of
Silver
us here
coin.
start our careers anthologies. So please buy anthologies. I know people are like, oh, anthologies don't sell, but they do, and they're very important to us. So Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. Wonderland, Orange Cone Productions,
That one actually might win.
Lower Your Sights,
Apparently
Mad
people
Cave
really like that one.
Studios,
Hey, Mad
The
Cave.
Silver Coin, Image
It's either going to be
Comics,
Cthulhu or Silvercoin.
Voices That
What is a
Count,
Cthulhu?
IDW Publishing, and finally, Young Men in Love, Away Blue World. And drum roll, right? The award goes to little Velcro tear here.
What the
Best
hell book was that?
anthology goes to Young Men in Love, Away Blue World.
Alan,
Oh,
Josh and I
fuck
talked.
me running.
Oh, how wonderful. Accepting the award is editor Matt Miner, my classmate from way back when under Scott Snyder.
Oh, cool.
Matt, where are you?
Yeah, Silver Coin should have won that by far.
Perry Goming. Perry Goming.
Yeah, Silver Coin not winning that, 1000% bullshit.
You think that Joker tattooed his eyeballs like that?
Who knows?
I'm so honored and grateful, to be here for this. This is amazing. Thank you for everybody who voted, for everybody who read the anthology, for everybody who put their faith into this little queer book that could. Thank you to my co-editor, Joe Glass.
What do you think is on that
Thank you
award
to
right there?
Tyler Chintanner
Mhm.
over here, who
That's-
published this
We'll have to look
anthology.
at Justin's when he gets it.
And
That's right.
Thank you to Away Blue World. All the contributors.
All right,
who
fucker, let's go.
put their
Take your
all
award, go sit your ass down.
who saw that this book could be
But I'm
this
looking though, so
little
it's like
anthology
how jury voting
that
works.
could
A select jury of 5
show
professionals
queer
representing cross
kids
section bullshit nobody
that
cares about.
things could be
First choice
better,
gets 7 points. Seventh
that
choice gets
things
1
could be
point.
more accepting.
Individual
than
juror
they
votes are
are.
not sure general public. Well, that's bullshit.
This is the book that I wish I had had when I was a kid.
Not yet, Jason. I've got like five
Damn it, I'm so glad we made it.
people ahead of
Thank
you.
for everybody who
So
voted
it'll probably be
for this.
at least another week, probably
Very
2 weeks
special
before I
and
get to them,
important
though.
book. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you!
Yeah, that award, that was 100% bullshit. Silver Coin, 1,000 times over that.
Gem
Should've
City
won.
Comic Con.
Silver Coin's a book you actually hear people talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Congratulations.
Yes, he does.
So this category is sponsored by Gem City Comic Con, and the nominees for the 2023
I bet you it's gonna
Ringo
go to
Award for
Usagi.
Best Cartoonist
Stan
are
Sakai.
Kate
Oh.
Beaton, Wes Craig,
No, it's Wes Craig.
Alexis
Fucker won.
Morgan,
They did it last time.
Jenny
Why do they
Jana,
keep doing that? Oh, I don't know.
Snail Lords,
Okay. Is that guy in a bathrobe?
Stan Sakai, Zoe Thorogood, and the
No. You know, since he
And
does
the
look kind
award
of
goes
fun, doesn't he?
to Best Cartoonist, Kate Beaton.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, look at that man. Look how happy Stan Sakai is. He looks happy as fuck. I bet you that fucker will drink you under the table, boy.
I almost
Hi.
called it was going to
Hi
be ducks,
to the
but
Ringo Awards in Baltimore. I'm talking to you from my house in Nova Scotia.
What is
thank
happening?
you. Thank you for this. Best original graphic novel.
okay, this chick literally does not have a soul in her body. Look at her eyes.
What is
No-
happening?
There's no soul in this
And
body right
I
here.
had a wonderful year.
This is definitely a lizard
It really
person.
means a lot to me.
Dustin,
as
put your
someone
temple.
who's
You don't know who I'm
a
talking about.
self-taught artist, and if you've read the book, then you know that I came through the comics world. I think
What is
in an
happening?
unexpected way.
I don't think the program uploaded all the way before
be
they,
so
they
embraced
put
by
this
the comics
soulless lizard person on the screen.
I took a chance with this book.
Dude, those
wasn't sure
eyes
if I
are
could do it,
soulless. Like that is crazy
He
looking.
is in
like-
Nova Scotia.
that's in California, right?
So-
No, I'm just kidding. It's Canada.
to be recognized like this.
Canada's definitely got their shit together much
hundreds
more.
of people.
Oh my gosh.
That means so much to me. Thank you very much.
Maybe it was just a video she recorded and sent to him. But it's definitely a lizard people. Yeah, Alan knows what we're talking
Accept the
about.
award in her honor.
That was like a straight up a creature, dude.
So the next award, sponsored by Boom Studios, the nominees for the 2023.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. It's motherfucking go time.
Best, for my favorite
If they
people,
don't announce
best
him as
letterer.
Two Brothers
are
Comics own Justin fucking
Justin
Birch.
Jerome Gagnon,
Is Nottingham his book? Is that what he's getting it for on here?
Todd Klein, my Wordle buddy,
Fucking Nottingham,
Honestly,
dude.
you know,
Why didn't they
Matt
put Nottingham
Myers,
number 1 up there? That was the best cover.
Hassan Otzman,
Todd Klein.
Oh,
though.
look, they're not even putting the other
Stan
people's
Sakai.
name up there. They said, fuck this. We know JB
and the
won.
award goes to.
Fuck you, Stan.
Here we go.
Fuck you, Micah. Fuck you, Stan. Fuck you, Todd.
Wow.
This is all about
is
JB.
interesting. Best letter is a tie. Hassan Osmanello and Stan Sakai.
Oh, you
Bullshit.
cocksuckers. Y'all are so full of fucking shit.
And Stan will accept on behalf of Hassan. So
Horse
Stan, please.
shit. Bullshit. That's it. Next year, we are sponsoring every fucking award, and we're presenting everything, and we're going to, oh, it is going to be on. Nobody gives a shit about you, Stan, and your fucking bunny rabbit.
A pleasure to share this award.
Fucker still looks happy as a motherfucker though. I would go eat the shit out of some tacos
Dude,
with him.
absolute bullshit. This dude works on one book. My man JB is fucking lettering his ass off day and night, every fucking day.
I hope to be at Baltimore next year to celebrate Usagi's 40th anniversary. So thank you.
Fuck Usagi. This bullshit. Justin should just walk up there and just punch the shit out of whoever's standing at the stage. Just knock them the fuck out.
That's horseshit.
Hello. So this category is sponsored by Image Comics, and the nominees for the 2023 Ringo Award for the Best Single Issue or Story are 88 Days of Hell, One Ukrainian Man's Experience in the Russian Infiltration by Insider.
Fuck that.
A Hunter's Tale.
How in the
from
world?
Elephant Eater
A
Comics.
tie. Well, Ryan Clater
Finding
won.
Batman
Dude, look at his
in
room. That shit
DC
looks fun.
Pride 2022 DC Comics.
Popularity contest ass cocksuckers.
Jana and the Unpossible Monsters from Oni Press.
I hope
No,
Justin-
we got one more category we're staying for, Callie, and then we're done.
Yeah, we gotta make sure our boy Brian walks away.
And
His
you
shit
were
is
my
so
Joker
much
that
better than
night,
everybody
Anatola
else's that's
Howard.
on there. Like his shit fucking, oh my god, way better.
Award goes
And it's been so fucking cool to watch Brian's artwork evolve and change since we first met him.
Jana and
When we
the
first met him,
Unpossible
you know, he
Monsters from
like
Oni Press.
90% of the stuff you would see him do was just the
Accepting the award
side
is
profile
Oni
with the
Press
highlights,
President
which
Hunter
were awesome,
Jensen.
but he has jumped up the game so much since then. The shit he's doing now, it's fucking incredible.
Thank you so much. On behalf of
If
our
I
team of
ever go to a
creators,
show and
Chris
Stan
Sumney,
Sakai's there, I'm gonna
Chris
slap the
Sumney,
dog shit out of
the
him.
Amazing Matt Wilson, our colorist, editor Zach Soto, and the entire Oni Press team. Sincere thanks to Baltimore Comic Con and the Ringo Awards. This is a tremendous honor. Thank you.
Fucking horseshit.
Well, at least the other guy in that category didn't win because that would have made me even madder.
Did they just reveal who the humanitarian award winner was already?
To discuss the Hero Initiative Dick Giordano Humanitarian Award, please welcome Dick's friend, Steve Rude.
It is horseshit. Bearded.
I don't think his name's on the list, Alan, but he was a part since that book won. He is a part of the creative team, so he did walk away with a Ringo tonight, but it wasn't the one that he should have gotten. There's nobody that's lettering better than Justin. There's nobody that's lettering as much as Justin, and everybody else can just get in line, single file, put some lipstick on, and kiss my man's ass because he is kicking everybody's ass when it comes to laying down the letters.
Justin, what the fuck's a meatball sub gonna do, man?
What'd he say?
He said Liz just pulled a meatball sub out of her purse for me. What? Is he gonna throw it or is he hungry? Is it like
Damn.
food?
His old lady even had a celebratory meatball sub ready to go.
What does that mean? I don't know what that
Fucking-
means.
Fucking Ringo's. He loves meatball subs. She had one in the purse so that she could give it to him to celebrate when he won.
Given that,
I think I'm just as disappointed as he is, man.
I know I am, dude. I literally had absolutely no doubt in my mind. Like I've been texting him all and telling him like, dude, like it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
you know, given the different age groups.
I was already telling him earlier, like, dude, we're so proud of you, man. Like
definitely passed.
I knew he had it. Bullshit popularity contest. That's how you know all award shows are bullshit. All of them. Every award show ever done on the planet of any kind is nothing more than how many of my friends can I get to vote for me because of who I am and my name, not for my fucking the work that I've put in.
And the conveniences that we have now, I think we had an advantage.
We already know who won. You guys already showed it. Let's go.
Yeah, get out of the way, old skinny Napoleon Dynamite in a tie.
We didn't have to go through the kind of things that they had.
Is he wearing a double-breasted button-down jacket?
I think so. And he didn't button the top part of his shirt and pull his tie up.
Talk to us, the cars that practically drive themselves.
How the fuck did she sneak away to get a meatball sub, though, is what I want to know.
Doesn't this guy look like he might be the cousin of the Clear Eyes commercials, dude?
I don't think that's an advantage. We had a
Clear
time
eyes for clear eyes.
Instead of the mega health clubs that they have today, we had a little show where a very energetic little Frenchman came out with his two white German shepherds.
Well,
and his name was Jockey
still holding
Bob.
out hope for
He had
silverbacks.
two dogs. One was Happy, and the other one was.
One of my friends has to win an award tonight. Otherwise, I'm
You know,
probably
Justin did win Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah, but his name was not called out. He was not called out individually. If one of my friends does not win tonight, I'm getting in the fucking truck. I'll be in Baltimore by the morning. And I'll kick Stan Sky square in the nuts.
He's not even there.
Oh, well. Then I'll go to Nova Scotia and hunt down the lizard lady.
The lizard people.
I'll pull her mask off and reveal her true inner soulless being to the world.
She one of the soul sucker aliens that like feed off of a human souls.
Dick Giordano went into the business at a time when.
Hey, dude, you know you got to speak into the microphone for people to hear you, right?
In the back of comics, there was these ads that we all saw.
Does anybody else feel like they're should be taking notes right now for like some kind of college exam while we're getting this? What do they call that in college?
I don't know. It looks like he's been drinking a little too much, though. You see the redness in his face, and he's done unzipped and unbuttoned stuff.
And I came to know these as the best correspondence art schools that I ever came to know about. And the reason these were the best schools they were is because Albert Doran made sure that the people behind the school.
Did anybody else on there say fuck Stan Sakai, Justin Burt should have won on the comments?
I'm looking. No. There's only like 4 people watching there.
The warriors that would train these illustrators to come, or of a high enough caliber, that the illustrators that would emerge from those era were not going to be slacks.
I should comment on it. This is horseshit.
And he taught me.
This wedding is horseshit.
He was more than just somebody that taught art. He taught me about people. He taught me about the categories of people.
Nobody cares who taught you what, bud.
Dude, can you please hurry? My old lady is gonna fall asleep. Come on.
Is he crying?
Was the watchers. The watchers watch. Second category was the builders. We know what they do. And the third and most, I think the most stringent category that I came to know about was the destroyers. And
This fucker is legit in tears and got snot coming out of his nose right now.
Ever since. The destroyers. The builders come along and they build.
What happened?
Destroyers, and they come in all guys.
What happened, Gregory?
And they take down what the builders build. Dick Giordano was a builder. You guys know destroyers in your lives? We all know some of them, don't they? One of the things Dick Giordano did with that I remember, and this is a fairly rare thing, he would take artists and writers that had never met.
It's the Ringo Awards in Baltimore Comic-Con, and I don't know who this is.
He would fly them out on DC's bill.
Because you get commentary, and you don't have to listen to this and to a blubbering, guy for whatever reason crying and snotty nose and stuff.
Talk and work together.
Tell Stacy hello.
This had never happened before. I had never known any company or editor, which Dick Giordano was at the time, to do this kind of thing. Dick Giordano did. During convention season, when the LA folks would get together, Dick Giordano would always show up at these things. I happened to be living in LA at the time. And
Yeah, I could probably fall asleep to this too. We're just waiting on one more category.
There he is right now. And I had the boldness to approach Dick, and I would tell him, I said, you know, Dick, I'm working on this project that happened.
You know, Dick,
under the title
you
of something Mark Waid was amply rewarded for tonight, called World's Finest. And I said, I'm working on this version of Superman that I don't think anyone's ever done before, that happens to happen to look under a version that no one's ever done before. And it actually goes back to the original version that you know, the creator of Superman had actually done. It was Joe Shuster, and it resembles the cartoon versions you saw in the 1940s that Max Fleischer did. And I wanted to know what you thought about it.
Come on, guys.
Thought about the version that I did. And Dick looks at it and says, well, Steve, he's got kind of a short waist. I think you really should be looking at Kurt Swan and Wayne Boring. They have a long waist, and I think you should really look at that version and try to adapt it. And I said, you know, Dick, you're right. I really should, you know, I listen to my elders. Well, I actually don't. I never listen to my elders, but I'm going to think about it. Well, I thought about it for 5 minutes and kept the short waist.
Maybe this guy's the one that won.
You know a true artist when somebody's always learning. Dick was always learning, and I remember
Looks like a
calling him up one
dick.
time and said, actually he called me out and he said, you know, Steve, there's this new kind of pen out. It's called pen sticks. You guys remember pen sticks at all? STIX. And I said, yeah, Dick, I've been trying these things. They're kind of cool. And Dick says, yeah, I've been trying these things out, and you ought to try them, Steve. And I didn't tell him that I'd been trying them. Well, pen sticks flattened out in about a week, and in 2 weeks, they turned brown. So it didn't work out too well. So, Dick, if you're up there listening in, and I suspect you are, for those of us down here and you up there, I think I need a cup of water to do this last bit here. Can I grab a cup of water down there? So, Dick, I know you're up there somewhere. How about if we end with this? Dick, salute.
Yeah, that'll probably get ripped up and put back into Alan's box. Salute, Dick.
Okay. To present the Hero Initiative Humanitarian Award, please join me in welcoming to the stage cartoonist, Ringo nominee, and Baltimore Comic-Con yearbook designer and producer, Tom Zoller.
Good evening, everyone. I've been coming to these Ringo Awards since they started, mostly because I think Mark Nathan loves the opportunity to try to kill me every year. I have a seafood allergy, and yet no matter what I
Oh, my bad.
do, there's a crab cake. Audience was supposed to know from the start who was getting it, or if it was supposed to be some sort of M. Night Shyamalan shock reveal at the end, except satisfying, where you find out who the deserving recipient is. So let me clearly make a choice for whoever takes my place after Mark Nathan finally does succeed, and say that I'd like to say a few words about Al Milgram. This recipient of this year's Dick Giordano Humanitarian Award. I begin, I want you to know that Mark also wanted me to have the full Al Milgram experience so that I could properly introduce you. Which means, like many of your jobs, he told me about needing this speech at 5 o'clock yesterday and asked to have it on his desk at 9 o'clock this morning. I'll be the first to tell you that I don't know Al all that well, not personally at least. It's only been over the last couple of years that I've been talking to him at conventions, though we did have a great heartfelt conversation at Heroes Con this year when he was at my table and I was drawing ponies or whatever it is that I do. And Al walked up to me and looked me in the eye and he said, "Tom, do you know where my table is?" And I knew, of course, because he's Al Milgram, and I'd already checked out where he was because I was going to see him that day
Oh my gosh.
and probably talk about the Firestorm completely and unabashedly. Throughout most of the 90s, I was the world's foremost Firestorm collector, having acquired both the pieces of his merchandise. But then the character had to go and get more popular, even appearing on Legends of Tomorrow. And let me tell you how mind-blowing it was that I got to see Firestorm in live action. When I was 7 and I saw Superman the movie, I hated it because I thought it should have been a documentary. And this movie skipped over his time as Superboy and when he joined the Legion of Superheroes, and he didn't even have a giant airplane marker as the key to his fortress. And yet, 7-year-old Tom, with those amazingly unrealistic expectations, said, "There's no way Firestorm will ever be in a movie. He's too complicated." But then a few years later, there he was on my local CW affiliate every Tuesday night. I used to work for the company that makes the glasses that often appear in your gift bags. And when they got the DC license, I had done enough miraculous saves for the company that I felt I had a little bit of juice and I could make a couple of demands. So when I was told the first wave of characters that would be on glasses and they would be Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, whatever, I insisted Firestorm be added. The owner wasn't sure, but he did it, largely because I was the only person with all his art files, and the glass got made and appeared in the kitchen in The Big Bang Theory on a regular basis. And Al, I hope you saw some money from that. I don't know if creating Firestorm was a big deal to Al. It may have just been another job, but it was a big deal to me. Firestorm was the first #1 issue I ever bought. It was the first one I ever saw. It wasn't like it is now where there are so many #1s it seems like publishers can't count past the number 12. This was a rare #1, and I could get in on the ground floor, and I did, and it was awesome. Firestorm was cool. He had awesome powers. He had the 2-in-1 hero concept, flaming hair that confounded every idea I had for a Halloween costume. He looked awesome, and yes, I'm going to defend those puffy sleeves until my dying day. Al constructed a unique silhouette that wouldn't look like any other guys with a cape. And baby artist Tom still remembers seeing Zipatone and other effects that he'd never seen in a comic book before to represent the floating head of Martin Stein. And if you look in the back of some of those issues of Firestorm, you can find letters in the letter columns from a young Tom Zoller. But please don't look. Now, I could talk about Firestorm all day and frequently do, but let me assure you I won't. I'm done with that. But most of what I know about Al comes from his work itself. I know he brought back the Gray.
I know, man. It's supposed to be like an hour.
Revitalization of the character. He spearheaded Marvel Fanfare, an art-forward anthology series from Marvel. That included fantastic editorial cartoons.
Are you not wearing
by
pants?
himself. And he drew Secret Wars
Yeah, I got on
series,
shorts.
Nobody's Perfect.
Looks like you're butt naked under there.
When I started to write this introduction, I had to
No, I got on shorts.
what I was going to say, but I'm no fool. I also decided to do my research.
I like my shorts cut off
I'm lucky
right
enough
right
to know
below
a
the
few
knee.
Al's contemporaries, and I reached out to them. Remarkably, every story I was told only confirmed what I.
You guys remember when we first started doing lives and Nick would get mad at me if I wasn't sitting up completely
Apparently in the
straight?
70s, there was a
Look at me
volleyball
now.
game between
Look
the
how far
comics
we've fallen
pros
from
that,
grace.
Through the miracle of self-delusion, I choose to believe was like the volleyball game in Top Gun. And one particularly hot New York summer, respective team captains Walter Simonson and Al Milgram, two of, by every account, the nicest people in comics, if not the world, started arguing a call, and it became a shouting match. And then it became a fight, like a physical fight with sound effects appearing in the air and everything. And then it ended, and everybody went home, and there wasn't any animosity or grudges. They were even professionals in their relationships. I'm still not entirely sure that this isn't some hoax or dream or imaginary story planted to embarrass me, but I've heard that story from more than one person, and like, Walter and Al fighting, that's just cool. Anyway, but every other story I heard was about Al's professionalism. Stories like how Al maintained quite the slush pile.
This is
of
insanity,
music
bro.
artists. When Wheezy needed an artist, she went to Al and found that pile. They found some great art, but one with no name on it. They
She
found
should have went to Al and told Al to tell you to shut the hell up.
Samples were 2 years old, and the artist had moved out from his parents' home and gone into animation in Pittsburgh. Wheezy and Al tracked him down and offered him a job, and that is why you know the name Ron Friends, because Al kept all those submissions. Or how, when he was a freelance inker at Marvel, he bailed more than a few editors out by inking enough pages overnight to get a book on schedule. For those of you a little younger in the audience, it used to be important when a book came out on time, and never mind. When Al was done, he'd drive over to the Ramita's house in the middle of the night and leave the pages in an envelope in a screen door, kind of like comics' version of Alger Hiss, because sometimes I like proving I can reference more things than comic books and Star Trek. Walter Simonson told me that when they were starting out, there was a time when he
It's
was
not Walter,
drawing
it's
and
Walt.
inking
We
for
call him
Ford the
Walt.
Great
His
and
name is
Grey
Walt.
Mouse
Call him
for
Walt.
DC, and was a little behind on it. And Al, right before a flight back to Detroit to visit his mother and his girlfriend, still stopped at Walter's apartment and helped him get enough of the book done to make the deadline. I went to the Kubert School, and I was taught by a bunch of teachers, including Joe himself. And one of the things they beat into all of us was to be a professional and hit your deadlines. That while what we are so blessed to be able to do is fun and awesome and so much better than a real job, it's still a job with responsibilities and deadlines and people depending on you. It might be the best work in the world, but it's still work. Throughout Al's career, that professionalism has shown through. I felt it reading.
Hey, what do you think about the new
Godzilla
spinoff I sent you?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Can't
Pretty
wait for the next. I can't wait for the sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong.
Damn well use a few more people like him.
We watched Kong vs. Godzilla the other day again. That's just a badass movie. And so is Godzilla King of Monsters. Such a badass movie. Dude, I'm so screwed right now because I am so all in on original art. It's ridiculous. There's some really cool Power Ranger pieces, like covers, that I'm looking at. Shit.
Thank you. Thank you. It's weird up here. All I can see is the highlights on the top of everybody's head. This is a total surprise. I did not know this was coming. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking. Thank you for this award. It's very nice, and especially the fact that Dick Giordano's name is attached to it makes it special to me. Dick was one of many mentors that I had in the comics industry. Tom, thank you for the nice talk. I'm glad that you had the juice to get the tumbler made, and now you can put the juice in the tumbler. It's all set. Thank you. Anyway, yes, I was very lucky to, get into comics. It was something I wanted to do since I was a little kid. I started out drawing Popeye because he was about the closest thing to a superhero that I was aware of when I was in, kindergarten. And
I haven't seen that, Alan.
Magically, I went to college, realized I had no idea what else in the world I could possibly do. And so I decided after a semester and a half to switch over to the art school. Unfortunately, I had failed French because, that's important. And I went to see the dean of the art school, and I took my samples, and they were comic book samples. And he looked at them, and he laughed. He says, well, I see you've got something going on here, but he says, you failed French. And there was a language requirement in the lit school, but not the art school. And I said, but there's no language requirement in your art school. And he said, yes, but don't you see that if we let you do it, then everybody's going to want to transfer to the art school to avoid the language requirement. And I said, that can't possibly rewrite. Everybody in lit school is going to transfer to the art school if they're having trouble with the language. He thought about it and he said, well, you're right. That wouldn't happen, but these are the rules, and you have to you have to pass French. So I took the semester over. I got a C, got into art school, and then I basically just passed my time in college waiting to get into the comics industry, which I was lucky enough to do.
Hey, there's a
And
better
about
view
the
of
same
us.
time as my good friend Jim Starlin, somebody I had met. We went to junior high school together, and I immediately said, he's a lot better than I am. I'll just ink his stuff, which I proceeded to do for several years. And when we finally got into the business, he did a stint in the Navy. I was in college. 1972, we both got into the business and did the, the Walt Simonson story where I moved into his apartment for a week to ink the story. I got that job because I had inked the backup story for the very same issue that Jim had drawn. So I've been very lucky.
We're all about to fall asleep here. We're here for one more
but I
category,
made the
best
most of it.
cover artist.
I was very reliable, and I did have the Romita Express, so that if they needed something really desperately, they knew if they sent it to me, I'd get it 10 o'clock in the morning from FedEx. I could work all day, have a bite to eat, work all night. 6:30 in the morning, I'm creeping around the Romita's backyard with a manila envelope, and I'm sticking it in their back door, and their neighbors are calling the police. And then Virginia yelled at me because, Alan, Marvel will pay for FedEx shipments. And I said, Virginia, you're the, oh, I'm losing it. I'm having a senior moment. Thank you. Yes.
I wish he'd have a hurry up and get
She
off
was
the
in
stage
charge
and
of
let the
stuff getting
Cover
out
Artist
there.
of the Year award
They said-
come on moment.
They called me. They needed these 3 pages, like today. And so I'm helping you out. And she said, well, I just wish you wouldn't do it every day, which I virtually was. And then I went and talked to John. Virginia was the tough one. John was the sweet one.
If I was Justin, when they
And,
announced the
I said,
winner, I would have
"John,
just got up and started
sorry."
walking out and just been like,
Virginia kind of yelled at me for dropping these pages off
loud
every
as hell.
day.
Just throw
He
some
says,
cheesecake on
"Well,
the
I don't know.
floor
I
and
would
just
drive
leave.
in every day anyway. It's nothing to take 3 pages in with us." I said, "You don't mind if I keep doing it?" He says, "No, go ahead." So I did. But I had a wonderful time doing all the work I did. I got to do inking initially, but I did develop enough of a penciling skill to actually get work. They were pretty desperate at the time, and maybe still. But, and then I did a stint as an editor, 1 year at DC and another 5 or so at Marvel. And during that period, I managed to find not only Ron Friends, but I also convinced Mike Mignola that he should not be an inker, but should pencil, because he would bring in beautiful pencil samples and inked by him. And then he would get an inking job from somebody at Marvel, and then they would never give him another job. And one day he came into my office, and I remember, this may be unkind, but I remember him being a whiny little bastard. And he would say, "Al, I inked this job for so-and-so, and now they won't give me another job, and I inked another job for this guy, they won't give me another job." I said, "Well, show me the Xeroxes." And he showed them to me, and they were mediocre. And I said, "Mike, you didn't bring anything to it. But when you bring in your samples and you ink your own stuff, they're beautiful. So what is this? Nobody wants to be an inker. It's either you're not fast enough to pencil, you're not dynamic enough to pencil. If you're an inker, you probably wanted to be a penciler initially." He says, "Well, okay." I developed Marvel Fanfare. That's a whole other story. Come by the table, I'll tell you tomorrow. But I said, "Look, Mike.
Yeah.
You're too good a penciler."
Yeah, Trinity.
to not
They have
be
some
a
good
penciler."
ass looking
I said, "Who do you like here at Marvel?"
cheesecake there.
He says, "Well, I really don't like superheroes." I said, "It's Marvel Comics, man. What are you doing here at all?"
This guy does seem
I
much
said,
more
"There must
interesting
be
than
somebody."
others.
He says, "Well, I kind of like the Submariner." I said, "Submariner, good. What else?" "I like to draw animals." I said, "Really? Nobody likes to draw animals. They're hard." "Okay." I said, "What? Tell me something else." He goes, "Oh, supernatural, magic, something." I said, "Mike, go home. I'll call you." Called up Bill Mantlo, said, "I got a hot young artist, Bill. He's dying to do a story. I said, I need the Submariner, I need animals, and I need magic. Bill didn't, he went, what? No. He said, okay, how soon do you need it? How long? You know, I said, 10 pages, as soon as you can get it to me. Within a couple of days, Bill wrote a lovely little story. I won't tell you about it. Look it up on some issue of Fanfare. He brought it in. Mike read it. He loved it. He went home. He drew it. Beautiful, beautiful job. I got it scripted. I got it lettered. Called Mike back. Mike, come on in. You know, ink the. You got the story back. Ink it. Go. He went home and inked it. Knocked it out of the park. Beautiful job. I said, "You like to do another one?" He said, "Sure." Called up Bill. Bill, I need another story for that fetch. That's a Yiddish word meaning a complainer. So just in case anybody here doesn't know. He does the job. It's another nice story. Mike does a great job drawing it. Bill scripts it. I get it lettered. I call Mike up. I said, Mike, come on in. Your story's ready. You can ink it now. He goes, I don't want to ink it. I said, you wanted to be an inker. He says, I penciled it really tight. It would just feel like repeating myself. So I got, yeah, I'm trying to do good for the kid, you know. Anyway, so I think I got Craig Russell to ink it, did a brilliant job, blah, blah. So I got Mike Mignola going. I gave Kevin Nolan his first job in comics. There are more, but I'm freezing up here right now. So, but I did finally succeed in getting so many really terrific, top-notch artists work that the industry decided they didn't need me anymore. And so off I went. But I did have a great time, and I liked every facet of the job. When I started getting penciling, people would ask, why are you still inking stuff? I said, because if I'm inking stuff, I can work with Jack Kirby. I can work with Steve Ditko. I can ink guys who are my idols. Carmine Infantino. The list.
Carmine Infantino is the motherfucking man.
So, that's the thing I like about the collaborative medium. You get to work with these guys.
I'm legit going to fall asleep.
Boyhood idols, your heroes, and all really nice guys. Very few exceptions, and I won't mention the ones that are. But I'm not sure that I'm that much of a humanitarian. It seems like everything I did was pretty much for my own self-interest. You know it's true. So anyway, but thank you very much. This is very, as I said, unexpected, very flattering, and I am always humbled by the thought that I would get something like this. And I think this is my first award, so that's nice. So there it is. This way. They brought out the hook. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Who the hell's got a dog?
Congratulations, Al. I'm glad we could have you with us tonight. And real quickly, Al, I'm going to ask you to leave your award with me. It got damaged in shipping, and part of the face came off in the heat. So we're going to have that fixed and reshipped to you. To close out the evening, please welcome our last presenters and both Ringo nominees, cartoonist Katie Cook and writer Dan Furigal.
Did they not do the cover artist?
This is the last group.
Oh.
Just quickly, just wanted to say this is my first ever Comic-Con, and I'm very grateful to be here.
Was this the fucker that was on
Everyone's been
Spartans?
so warm and welcoming, and
I don't know
to be
what that is.
nominated
Or
for
Spartacus.
the Ringo Award is fantastic, and yeah, so thank you very much, and can't wait for some more Chris Hemsworth jokes. So thank you.
I am totally not nominated for anything. No, I'm not. And Bruce, if you take one more upshot of me from down there that is uploaded to social media and tagged with me, I swear to God.
Swear to God.
I like the shit out of her so far.
There we go. That's what I needed.
doing. All right, I'm doing this. Okay. This category is sponsored by A-Wave Blue World, and the nominees for the 2023 Ringo Award for Best Cover Artist are.
Here we go.
All right, there
Wiley
we go.
Beckett,
My man Brian Silverbacks. Look at that creep show cover.
Jason Moore, I'm
All
sorry
those
for
other
pronouncing that
covers
incorrectly,
don't
Brian
even come close.
Silverbacks, Greg
Those other covers aren't
Smallwood,
even close,
and
bro.
J.H.
Silverbacks has this
Williams
in the
III.
bag. Yeah, fuck your beard, bro. You're not Brian Silverbacks.
And the Ringo winner for Best Cover Artist is Greg Smallwood.
Fuck the Ringos in the fucking ear.
And we accept this award on.
Are you shitting me? All right.
What a bunch of bullshit. I'm driving to the Ringos and I'm fucking everybody in the neck. This is bullshit, dude.
That cover doesn't. Anyways, all right. You'll have a great night.